No mai, haere kia ora, very good evening to you and welcome to some hoops from the Deep South rapidly to get us underway as round 13 of the NZNBL rolls on from the Shark Tank in Invercargill. The Southland Sharks taking on the Canterbury Rams tonight. Hugh Baden here alongside Lindsay Tate. Kia ora, Lindsay.
Kia ora, Hugh. Pleasure to be here with you, brother. Looking forward to this one.
Absolutely. Two teams who are flying in the NZNBL, but a few caveats to get to, which we will when we get to the NZNBL game, with some players away on tour match duty and various other assignments around the world. But for now, we start with the Rapid League, and there are the standings through round 13. Tuatara leading the way on both ladders, actually, at the moment. And their young squad, part of the reason their top dogs are going so well. And then we see the two teams we'll see tonight. The Rams sitting at 5 and 9, the Sharks 4 and 12.
Yeah, but slightly, as you alluded to, Hugh, slightly different looking outfits from both of these groups tonight for the starters, and also the Rapid League. And pretty excited for me being based here in Tamaki Makaurau, you know, and these being two of the top teams in the country. Get to see some South Island talent here, which will be fun, especially the younger group right now.
Costello, Ben Marsh, Miller Newton, Tony Worthington and Christopher Christoph for the Canterbury Rams.
Have we got Dallows from out of down Tamaki as well. We got Benji Marsh from Hamilton, so a bit of a mixed bag over there.
And for the Sharks, Will Ledger, Jet Ramage, Quake Webster, Dane Burton Shaw and Toku Wynyard. So a fair few players away with the New Zealand under-17s team, Lindsay.
Yeah, that's right. They had their first win this morning, Hugh, against a tough Slovenian team, which was awesome, which means that they have the unenviable task of matching up against Serbia tomorrow, but they have been playing great. I think that's at 3 o'clock in the morning, so that'll be an exciting one. See here in this player spotlight, Milan Newton, who was part of the Shirley boys team that won the secondary school nationals last year, and then he's matched up against Dane Burdenshaw, who's been outstanding, I thought, so far this year in the Rapid League and also in his limited minutes in the cells. Really been shooting that ball well from the perimeter.
Sharpshooter Burdenshaw lit up Tauranga fight last Wednesday in the Rapid League game.
They're going to want to change all of them L's sitting over there at the end of those last 5 games there, Hugh, and I think they have a good opportunity tonight. You know, both teams a little bit different look than usual. Sharks coming home, so had a great win the other night against the Phi, though, on the road, as you alluded to, under man when we were talking off air, so tough outfit to knock over.
There certainly are weapons everywhere for the Southland Sharks side, and they're bolstered by the return of Ryland Jones for the NZNBL game. Brett Clive, Regan Ashley and Blake Rosanowski donning the whistles for this one.
What can you tell me about these Rams uniforms, Hugh?
I like them. I like them.
Aside from you liking them,
well, yeah,
the Mad Butchers up in there. See the
Sharks almost wearing Rams colours, and the Rams rocking, is that like a little Denver Nuggets or Utah Jazz sort of nod, or? Rapid League uniforms always get a bit of the funk, don't they?
They do.
We're underway. Tautoko Wynyard wins the tip, and Quake Webster brings the ball up.
Great to see the big fella back healthy. Tautoko Wynyard. Great find. The empty corner there for Will Ledger down low.
Wynyard forcing a second opportunity. Eventually they get it under control. The 3 ball doesn't drop. Wynyard goes, corrals the rebound, and they'll go again, the Sharks.
That's his value, big Tautoko on them boards. Just gobbling up space, extra possessions.
Webster drops it into Wynyard, and there's the first bucket of the night.
Beautiful touch from the big fella there, Hugh.
That's a delicate finish, wasn't it?
Delicate, I like that, you're right. He could have just barreled his way through, but little push shot. Costello with a mismatch out high. Calls a guard into that action for some reason.
Loses the handle, but cleaning up the mess. And can't get the finish, and Sharks go the other way.
Will Ledger, younger brother of Josh Ledger, who's having a great season with the Tuatara with the finish there at the left.
And a great Ledger family, cousins of the Ledger Walkers.
Yeah. Shout out Charlize, doing her thing over in the WNBA right now. After an outstanding season with the UCLA Bruins, winning a national championship.
Dallow with the drop off to Tony Worthington. A foul call by Brad Clive.
Costello, cool to see him getting some minutes at this level with the opportunity presents itself out of St. Peter's College up in Tamaki Makaurau. Had a really successful junior career, part of that under-17 crew that finished 4th in the world.
There's a great history in this league, isn't there, Lindsay, of getting your first opportunity when players are away on national team duty or whatever age grade it is?
Absolutely, and Rapid League is kind of fast-tracked that as well, Hugh, you know, but you're right now with all of these windows, with us kind of finishing 4th in the world twice in the international space, there's a lot of opportunities opening up outside the New Zealand NBL, but when that happens, obviously the door is open for you to kind of put your best foot forward, and a lot of these young men are doing that right now.
Ramage stepping through and finishing smartly. And the Sharks out to an early 6-1 lead as Dallo puts 2 feet in the paint.
Benji Marsh here, yeah, out of Hamilton. He's at Stack College right now with his first season. Real athlete.
Rattles around and drops in
the high school space. I don't know, you see when my man Cam Wilder came over here, Hugh, you know him? Yeah, yep. the TikTok dude.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when Benji popped off. He went off. He was the young man that was on everybody's head. So, welcome to the Benji Marsh show. What you know about them TikTok ballers, Hugh?
Yeah, not much, to be fair. Quake Webster left open and drains the 3. Takes full advantage of them sagging off.
He's been shooting great this season, not only in the Rapid League but in sales. So, great to see him continue his form, young Quake Webster.
Averaging about 8 points a game in the Rapid League. Run to cut it for the Sharks side.
I love that too. You can see they're over on the Rams bench, Hugh, especially on the road. You know, you got not only the bench but the starters over there, engaged, contributing, sharing their knowledge. It's a big part of Rapid League, growing this space, making sure that your bench and your young boys are ready to roll.
Set the standard culture-wise over the last few years of Canterbury Rams. Oh, bit of contact off the ball.
A body slam to get open.
Play on, it is, and it's Christopher Christoph with the body work in the finish.
Playing out of this little flow action that you'll see a lot down in this part of the world, out of secondary type transition. Great find for Costello up high, knocked down 3. You can shoot that thing, especially if you leave him wide open. Rhythm 3.
When you're dutifully setting screens.
Massive size advantage down low. Would love to see them pump it inside to him and Snow whenever they get the opportunity.
Riley Snow down there. Instead, it's Ramage who drives, finishes through the contact.
That was a tough finish. Body on body, little hang time.
Newton drops it in, Dallo fires it out into the corner. Driving a little finger roll, and a smart one too from Christoph.
He can put that thing in the basket, Christopher Christoph. Last seen him at secondary school nationals a couple of years for Otago boys, and he's a bucket. So,
steal from Cooper. He finishes with the harm as well, to the line for one more. Brody Cooper.
You can see the contrasting styles here, the size of the Southland Sharks against the aggressive speed of the Canterbury Rams. Slightly younger right here, obviously missing a whole lot of guys. Even in their Rapid League team, they're missing 3 or 4 guys at World Championships right now. But speaks to their depth to still be so competitive.
Will Patton, Marco Sula, Tuffety Kate.
Yeah, brother of Ehak and Kate.
17s. Webster's 3 ball on the buzzer doesn't go. So first quarter of action in the books, 13-11. Early lead for the home team.
And Ehaka actually plays quite a lot of minutes in Rapid League as well. He's starting right now for the under-17 men at the World Championships and playing great. So solid quarter though for the Rams.
And in the Southland NBL game, missing Cho, missing Taylor Brett, their captain and talisman. That's a lot of points that I have to make up a little bit later.
Yeah, didn't realize till I stuck my head in there today that Cho's part of Cameroon's international squad. He's nice. I really like his game. And then obviously Taylor Britt, a massive piece of the puzzle. But on the other side of the board, you've got big Sam Timmins, who's been outstanding for the Sharks, 20-10. So he'll be a big miss for them today, especially when you can see that young man on the edge of your screen, Jack Andrews, stretching over there. That's a big body for them to deal with.
Riley Snow might see a few increased minutes, or Totoko Wynyard. But Jack Andrew, a tough cover, even for the best of the bigs. Spent some time with the Perth Wildcats, of course, the Twizel kid, as he's known.
Been really impressed with his growth, and was lucky enough to be around the Breakers a little bit at the end of last season, and obviously that was part of Jack's development, and he got a lot of minutes towards the end of the year through injuries and whatnot, but I thought he was great for the Breakers, and he's kind of like snowballed that into the New Zealand NBL this year. Who did I watch him play against last? The Hawks? He was outstanding.
Second quarter underway as Dallo controls possession for the Rams, wearing white.
A little Iverson action, get us started to a pin down.
Christoph loses the handle though, and the Sharks will go the other way.
Turn that defense into a little bit of pace for the Sharks. They'll play on this little flow action. Often finishes in these middle on-ball looks. Okay.
Rangy step back, Burtonshaw in and out, and it goes. Worthington with the rebound. There's Miller Newton, as we mentioned, out of Shirley Boys, and nice left-hander finish off the glass.
Yeah, tough. Him and Toby Hunt, part of the crew that took the gold at secondary school nationals last year.
We get the ball over halfway, and they don't.
They
Turn around before they even get to the halfway line, and there's the foul. It's Newton who'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot two.
See Coach Sheet over there. He's got his young guards up the court pressuring. Smart play from them. They're only going with a one-man bench as well in this rapid league. Mentioned to Coach Sheet, he was actually lead of the under-17 men's team that is at the World Championships right now. Had to step aside because his wife is pregnant, I believe. Yeah, so passed those reins on, but he did a great job in preparing those young men to get to where they are right now and holding it down for the Rams. So shout out Coach Sheet.
Shout out Miss Piccolo, his lovely partner. Who's,
yes, even bigger, more important shout out. My bad. Doing all the hard work, the hard yards, yeah. It's hard supporting a coach too, Hugh. We need someone to rub our back when we get home.
There's
and
a lot of emotions going on with the coaches. As the foul, as Webster gets all the way to the rim. He'll go to the line to shoot two. And the players shake it off quicker than the coaches, don't they?
Yeah. You only learn this as you get older, for sure. Listen, fellas, if you think playing hard, wait till you start being responsible for 15 other people.
All your times in your career, going home.
I found it hard enough being responsible for myself here.
Yeah, shout out all the coaches and partners out there. Brave women and a woman. 1 point game, under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. This is the rapid league, of course, as Dallo stops on a dime, fires it back. Cooper drains the three.
Beautiful little action there from the Rams. Get that look. They'll stay with their extended pressure here through Gus Dallo. You got the switch there, Will Ledger, off that throw and go.
Eventually gets the pass. Worthington switches back to him, but a little too late, and Ledger finishes.
Great finish there. Tie things up. Love that pace there from Gus Dallo for this group. They want to play with pace against a bigger Sharks outfit. Pin down out of the corner.
Worthington tidying up the mess, but everything but the finish from Tony.
Ledger been great on the board so far early on.
Back to Dane Burtonshaw. Riley Snow. Here's Burtonshaw, 2 feet in the paint, puts up the jumper, and the young man out of Palmerston North Boys High School rattles in the mid-ranger.
I love that from Burtonshaw. You know, even though he's been shooting the ball great from the perimeter, got a definitive size advantage right now, so just getting feet in the paint.
That was a great find from Dallo. Will Ledger snuffed out the attack, and here he is going the other way. Running downhill.
He took a little shot there. Slow to get back. Great kick ahead. One more.
Shoot on the wing. Doesn't drop. Webster with the ball this time.
Snow with the mismatch down low. will draw a foul. That'll be the second for the Sharks. 3 will get you to the bonus in Rapid League. Tautoko Wynyard about to get Will Ledger. Check on that little shot that he took. They gave him a water bottle to deal with it. Welcome to Aotearoa, baby. Spray some of Michael's magic stuff on it, and you'll be good.
Oh, Ravage just stepping through and finishing beautifully. Jet Ravage up to 6 points. Cooper has made one from there already. That one doesn't drop. Wynyard with the board.
Oh, a little behind the back action from the big fella. So I'd love to see Burdenshaw get downhill. He's a rangy, athletic wing against some of these younger guards. Short clock here for the Sharks. Middle on ball. Ramage
skipping into the lane again. Snow almost coming away with the rebound.
They stay with their pace, the Rams.
$14 to go in this first half.
The last shot of the quarter here if they want it. They'll just take the air out of the ball. Gustello.
Flings it over.
Benji Marsh.
Tried to call the Sky City player time, BNZ player timeout, I should say. And it looks like Brad Clive's given it.
Yeah, I think they got it. Looked like they had at least 1 second on the clock. A quick corridor. Got their short clock play from the side out.
Scan that QR code on screen. BNZ player timeout. Get your tickets to the nearest Souths NBL game to you. Plenty more basketball to come in 2026.
Really is a great opportunity to see some talent at a affordable clip, Hugh. It really is. Some of the best talent in the Southern Hemisphere come down here and you can get at it at a pretty cheap clip, so get in while you can. It's a beautiful play.
Webster, 3. High arcing, doesn't go. The 21-17, the Sharks lead at halftime. Jet Ramage doing the damage so far for the Sharks with 6 points. Another Newton matching him for the Rams with 6 of his own.
Doing a great job on the boards right now. Southland already got double digits on the board, so using that size advantage to pound inside and get extra possessions.
You'll see the Chemist Warehouse stats. The scoring spread from both teams.
Yeah, pretty balanced there in 8 minutes of play. Whole lot of points on the board from these two young teams. As you'd expect, big Tautoko Wynyard gobbling up them boards. And Will Ledger as well. Looked like he's all good over there. A little Charlie, I think he might have taken to the quad. A few assists for the crew. Rams doing a great job of sharing the ball at their end. Mr. Ledger staying active as well on the defensive end. A few steals in there.
Pretty even affair at halftime, 21-17. To see Connor Cole running the cutter as the assistant coach and the Rapid League coach for the Sharks. Local Southland lad. Been around the Sharks for a while now as a player and now transitioning into a coaching career, which is awesome to see.
Love that, love that. Local in the community, giving back, you know, you're familiar, you've been around it. And again, if you're talking about the Rapid League being a space, you know, to develop your talent coming through from a playing perspective, it's a beautiful space as well, you know, for coaches who might not get head coach reps as much as they'd like. To get the whiteboard out, you know what I mean, to make a few calls, things of that nature, and grow their confidence as well.
Quake Webster will get us underway in the second half. 5 points to his name so far. Sharks searching for a win to start seeing their Rapid League form match their Souths NBL form.
Like this, some post catches.
When you flies it back out to Webster, they have to reset somewhat with 6 on the shot clock. Webster tucks under his arm, dives. And then we have a jump ball to call, and the possession arrow hands it to the Rams.
Stay with that little Iverson type look to initiate into an on ball. Flip it to the second side. Benji Marsh downhill. Short clock to play with here for the Rams.
Christoph in on the tall timber. Almost gets how's that for a putback? Brody Cooper.
Dang, I don't know he had it like that. Putting the lid on it, Hugh. Exactly what we need from our wings.
Cooper up to 7 points now. That was allowed too, as we see the Sharks fire back with 3 of their own.
Great little read there. They were just a half beat late, the Rams, and they get punished. Oh, that's tough. Totoko jumped on that as well. He caught him. Gonna get that little highlight reel, young fella. Beautiful follow, though. Exactly what you want.
Nice move from Christoph, who's fouled to go to the line to shoot 2.
And again, not to get too in-depth, but traditionally back in the day, you know, you'd send 2 or 3 guys to the boards and maybe 2 or 3 back on safety, picking your poison. Now it's not uncommon. We call it jamming or tagging up, where you basically, everybody moves forward and finds the nearest man. That time there was basically no one in front of him, just a clean run up to the ring. Seas parted, put the lid on. Beautiful play from Mr. Cooper. He up 7 points already. Christoph knocking down a couple. Cut into this lead. I like that little run and jump action at the half. You see there, they just tried to get kind of corral Quake into the sideline and then flip him and get that jump in that trap when he's blind.
Resulting in a bit of a touch finder from Brody Cooper. Back underway with Sharks ball. Burton Shaw. Probing, elevating, banking. Nice from Dave Burton Shaw.
Again. He's a veteran now, you know, and he's got a size advantage. He just needs to use that strength, and yeah, he's getting good looks from the perimeter, but doesn't need to settle when he's effective like that, getting downhill. If it ain't broke, Hugh, don't fix it. Go to the well.
Riley Snow called for the moving screen, going the other way. Yeah, it's an interesting concept, the Rapid League veteran, eh?
Yeah.
Because there's still a lot of them 19 or 20. Yeah. They've just played 50 Rapid League games now, so many of them. Likes the Jet Thompson, those sorts of guys have been.
Yeah, Tyson. Zach McKenzie being outstanding in the Rapid League this year. Toby Hunt.
And James Matthews.
Yeah. Lil Nelson. Live wire.
One year out of school, but 50 Rapid League games under his belt. Christoph fires the 3, can't get it to go. Who comes down with that one? Ledger does.
Great to see him healthy. He's all good, ready to roll.
Little bandana again.
Yeah, little dribble pitch action. Another
Brody Cooper called for pushing Riley Snow into the screen. So
it's an interesting one. They kind of call that a steer now. You kind of steer your guy in, but it is a bang-bang call. It does look hands-on. You can't easily get called for that.
There's Snow. Hands it off to Webster and then sets the screen. 10 on the shot clock. But Webster sees a bit of space.
It's beautiful. They just played in a drops there, which means the biggest keeps backing up, and Quake did what he's supposed to do, attack that seam. Beautiful offhand finish. Benji Marsh, that's where he's at his best. He's an athletic slasher there. He's still in high school. Year 13 at Stack with the finish. Quake need to stay away from these sidelines.
Snow, working Tony Worthington as he is.
No double.
The old-fashioned back down. Ledger almost with the follow-up. Bull pimbles around a bit, and the Rams come away with a minute to go in this third quarter. High off the glass from Miller Newton.
Seen a lot of that at the secondary school nationals last year. He toughed downhill. Little action here for Ledger.
To drop it into Snow.
Well.
Keep it alive, the Sharks. Webster with the runner.
The rebound.
Snow had more time than he thought.
Was it an air ball put back, Hugh?
I think it was.
Find.
Worthington, no whistle.
Crash.
And out of bounds is Brody Cooper and the Canterbury Rams. So everyone takes a breath. Regan Ashley re-gathers the ball. Couple of good moustaches on display from the officiating crew tonight. Brett Clive really rocking the Constable moustache.
Last shot of the quarter here if the Sharks want it. Went a half beat earlier last time. Rams got their player timeout in. Ideally, you just want one shot to end the quarter. And they are really trying to bait Quake into getting over that half and then jumping him and adding a little pressure. A bonus foul here for the Rams. Something to be aware of if you're the Sharks coming into this fourth quarter. They're looking to kind of jump that guard as he gets over the half, especially near sidelines. Coffin corner, they call that, Hugh. Got to stay out of there if we guards.
This is first is Webster.
The Rams with a chance, or last possession of the third here, out of the full court.
Puts his free throws. 4-point lead for the Sharks. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Blocked though by Burtonshaw.
Oh,
a
bonus
foul.
We get to shoot a couple here, Burtonshaw. You can see Cooper there, a little bit frustrated with himself, just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. That's a tough one. If you've played enough hoops, they normally don't call that foul that far away from the opposition hoop, that deep in the game, but he got caught that time, unfortunately. They are hyped about that free throw.
It's good energy early in the evening in Invercargill. Makes them both.
He a fan favourite down there.
Oh, half-court run. We might get a chance here. Ooh. Almost from Benji Marsh. Miller Newton, I should say. Three-quarter time at the Shark Tank in the Rapid League. And the Sharks with a 31-25-point lead over the Canterbury Rams.
Jack Ramage with 9, Quake Webster with 8, Dane Burtonshaw 6. Those three brothers leading the way. Pretty balanced attack so far, though. Fun game, 31-25. 4 minutes left on the board.
Newton with 8 for the Rams. Cooper 7. And the rebound count's an interesting one. 15-8 in favour of the Sharks.
They do have a definitive size advantage. You can see Totoko Wynyard and Will Ledger doing a great job in there. And aesthetically, they just look way bigger. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Sharks pump that thing inside these last 4 minutes. Traditionally as well in the Rapid League, they have played quite a lot of zone with that big unit, but they've decided to match up here. Worked well for them. They're up 6. They do have an extra man on the bench right now as well. Rams only running that one-man bench here in Rapid League, only 11 bodies tonight. Which, as little a thing as that is, it actually seems to be a lot bigger. You know, I've seen a couple games this year where teams have tried to save 2 brothers on the bench and thrash 5 of them, and it's been good for like 12 minutes, but that 16-minute mark, it just seemed to really, because that's 10 minutes is a quarter. It's that last 6 minutes that really cut into them, especially when you're not really used to playing it at that pace for that long. Because Rapid League is a little bit quicker themselves.
Oh yeah, the youngsters, they don't let up, do they?
He said, oh yeah.
And here is Wynyard.
You know that, there's nothing stopping Totoko from just ripping to the basket.
Yeah, I'd like to see him a bit more.
Nothing's going to stop you, bro.
Aggressive. I'd like to see him a bit more aggressive offensively. Tony Worthington probably wouldn't.
Pops was the 12-time wood chopping champion in the world.
So good defensive set to start the fourth quarter for the Rams.
Is that initial action the Rams been playing out of? Way under on that. Good find.
Oh, nice find to Worthington. Doesn't drop him, but Dallo's there to clean it up. And then there's a foul call.
.14 on the shot clock for this baseline out of bounds, the Rams. Split action.
Newton spinning, stepping through, and just playing the game at his own pace and coming away with the lollies.
Yeah, that's tough. They played him for the drive as well. They went under the screen, but just really crafty penetrator, beautiful spin move.
Well, it just opens up for Quake Webster. He takes advantage.
Like a little miscommunication there. Seas parted for the easiest two he'll see tonight.
Passes out of the mismatch and we go to the weak side. Driving, finishing smartly. Brody Cooper up to 9 points now.
Beautiful take from Cooper, just a .5 decision, didn't mess around with it. Cut this thing to 4. 2.5 left.
10 on the shot clock for number 10, Quake Webster. Here's Ledger. 4 points, 4 rebounds so far. Make it 7 points, 4 rebounds for Will Ledger.
Big hit, kind of a broken play there for the Sharks. And Will Ledger punishes him with the 3. Right back at you, Gus Dello.
Too strong on that one.
Someone open the door. Quake will just control the pace here. Time and score scenario up 7. Big fella need to get aggressive here.
Betty looks for the pass.
Like that's a win for the Rams.
It's a win for Worthington every time.
Yeah, he said like, that's great.
Doesn't even look at the hoop.
I do not want to deal with all that. Will Ledger doing a good job of sliding his feet there.
Travel, really cool. The Sharks will be happy. 7-point lead, minute 49 to go.
They call that in FIBA, Hugh, all the time. If you catch and drive right, unless you really slam that ball down before you go over in Europe, that's almost an automatic. So you just got to be real.
NBA game and that's
yeah.
that's never getting cool.
You can do a moonwalk now. That's legal. After Michael came out, you allowed all that. And don't talk to me about like float dribbles and what is it, gather steps? Oh man, I wish I had a gather step.
Ramage had a great first quarter. There he is, stepping through. We can't get the finish. Out of bounds it goes. Rams possession.
I don't know if you can do the jump, the pro hop into the step through.
Good view of the Shark Tank there. One of the great arenas in our league.
It's a big position here for the Rams. Just under a minute 30, down 7, 3-position game. Beautiful read.
Diallo taking on Wynyard, and that's what the big man would do to you.
Yeah, great rim protection there. Again, doesn't necessarily need to finish in a block. As long as you're taking away vision and making them spray that thing anywhere but in the hoop, we good. They'll stay extended here, a little trap. Ooh!
Almost picked off. Webster throws it up for Wynyard. Can't get the finish, still hanging on the rim when he tried to get the rebound.
I love that though from the Rams. You know, often in these scenarios, you just kind of see teams loosely concede. I love that they're trying to get up and extend their defensive pressure, work on their package, give themselves a chance. Great look.
Webster got it.
Well, you wanted that assist, yeah?
Dallo drops it off nicely to Newton. Oh, there's a big block. And that one's Riley Snow. But it only goes as far.
Big hit. Cut this thing to 4.
Benji Marsh, I think it was. Was it with a 3 or would have been Newton or Cooper again? One of these young Rams guards who are in the goods with a few players away at the under-17 world champs. Snow, shot clock expiring. There's a big man move. Riley Snow, under 30 to go.
Fine.
Left short, Wynyard with the board.
have to play the foul game now out of time, unfortunately for the Rams.
5 rebounds.
Great to get a couple. No, I'm sorry, they're not on the bonus yet, Hugh. One to give. No, 2 to give before they're in the bonus. So should be playing for steals here, and if they don't get it, fouling. Nope, they're just going to play it out.
And that'll do us. The bench willing them on to score, which we normally see in Rapid League. We know the points difference carries over to the NZNBL ladder these days, but the Sharks happy just to take the W. 38-32 at home, and arrests a losing slump for this Rapid League side. But entertaining, frenetic game as we're used to in the Rapid League. And it's the Sharks who come away with the 38-32 win. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse tail of the tape, shall we? Just a couple of players in double digits there, Lindsay.
Yeah, Millen and Cooper were great for the Rams, but also Quake Webster was a stand-up for the Sharks as well. He's been great the whole year. A lot of points on the board for a 16-minute game. That was fun. 38-32. A lot of young talent on display. Gangload of boards. The Sharks had a definitive size advantage. You can kind of see that in the rebounding count there. They're up by a whole lot, but Rams did a great job of battling with a smaller unit and one less on the bench. A few assists there. Again, their size advantage shows. You got 3 of their brothers over there with blocks, just using that size down low. Speed that the Rams had, showing defensively with all those steals that they managed to pull out in that 16 minutes.
Size advantage. It's probably a words we'll be using a fair bit from 7 o'clock, because the usual size advantage that the Southland Sharks enjoy is not in the building. Sam Timmins away with the Tall Blacks. So how will they react, and can they keep their good form going as we have a 2v3 clash coming your way in round 13 of the NZNBL from 7 o'clock, ILT Stadium, Southland. We will be back then for the Sharks against the Rams.
Through the semi-finals, the home makers in Falls of Rio,
No mai hoki mai, welcome back to the Deep South ILT Stadium, Southland, Invercargill, and we are ready for South NBL Round 13 basketball between the Southland Sharks and the Canterbury Rams. Hugh Baden here alongside Lindsay Tate. LT, this game, well, it's got some huge ladder ramifications. The caveat being there's also a bit of roster gymnastics going on with a few players away.
You're right, both of these teams have already clinched, Hugh, but trying to find out their final placings as they head into the playoffs right now. But a couple of big pieces missing, obviously, with the Tall Blacks missing Taylor Britt away for the Rams. Sam Timmins as well is missing right now. So slightly different look outfits this evening, but I've been excited the whole day for this game. You know, two of the better teams, some of the top talent in the league. So even though they're a slightly different look than usual, it's going to be a fun one.
We've got quite a nihilist view out there from the fans currently. Neither team going to win. Get out there on yourshout.vote, use the QR code, get your votes in. The Rams get warmed up. Walter Brown with the dunk. He's got a big part to play. No Taylor Britt, no Chamanang Cho either away as well. As you see the South NBL standings, Tuatara up top, and then the two teams we're going to see tonight. The Sharks 13-3, the Rams 11-3, and the Sharks got it done against Tauranga last week, which was their third game in 5 days or something ridiculous like that, and they got it done undermanned. They'll be welcoming back Ryan Jones for this game against the Rams. And the bottom of the ladder, the Hawks and Giants, and they're looking to still in with a shout of making that list though.
Yeah, it's still, they still got time, you know, to try and make this top 6, but it's definitely tightening up. We're running out of time at the same time, so wins you need to stack up ASAP for those kind of 9 through 6. It's time right now.
Tomorrow 6 o'clock from the beautiful Hawke's Bay, the Hawks taking on the Taranaki Airs, and then the Rams head home to their stunning new Recreation and Sports Centre in Parakiore, and that is for their game against the Manawatu Jets, Friday 6:30 p.m, and then the Phi in action against the Tuatara on Saturday afternoon for the Nuggets take on the Saints from the Edgar Centre Saturday evening.
That new arena in Christchurch looks beautiful.
Yeah.
If there's any
stadiums down there,
any politicians listening in Tamaki Makaurau, yo, we open, yo. Hook us up.
Here's the starting 5 for the Canterbury Rams. Walter Brown, Ihaka Kate, Jake Holmes, a couple of youngsters propelled into the starting 5. Jack Andrew with a big job on his hands tonight, and Todd Withers. And Walter Brown is the man we spoke to.
Well, Walter, welcome to Invercargill, 2v3. She's an important one, right? Tell us a little bit about how you approach a game like this. That's obviously key in terms of top 4 seedings, even though we're 4 weeks out.
Yeah, it's obviously a fun clash playing another team that's rolling along well. It's one that we look forward to every year coming down here. It's a nice stadium and a nice place to play, but we approach it the same as we approach every other game, which is just a good training throughout the week and that sort of thing. So.
International window, of course. It takes your floor general out, particularly in terms of Taylor Britt. How does that change in terms of how you approach this game from your perspective?
Yeah, obviously Taylor's a big loss. He's a key player for us. As far as role change for myself, I guess I might have the ball in my hands a little bit more than usual, which is a nice opportunity for me, and obviously young guys to step up into some bigger roles as well.
And the Sharks as an opponent, what's your take on trying to stop them, particularly on the home court?
Yeah, they're a really good team. They've been playing well this year. We know we've got to take away the three-point line. Really good three-point shooting team, especially with Sam out. They're looking to play fast and get downhill and shoot 3, so we're looking to take those away.
Looking forward to it. Go well tonight, mate.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Walter Brown there from the Rams. And yeah, big job ahead of him. Take a bit more of the scoring load. And a lot of points out there in the international windows. We see the starting 5 for the Southland Sharks. Ryan Jones back after a groin injury alongside Braden Inga, Caleb Asbury, Tobias Cameron. What an addition he's been to Jonathan Yim's team. And Keelan Boone. And let's hear from the man returning from injury, Ryan Jones.
Rylan, good to see you back. You had a few games off. You're back to full fitness. Talk us a little bit about what you've had to overcome.
Yeah, just had a little minor groin injury that resulted from a surgery I had the past season, but I'm all good, ready to go. happy to be back out there with my teammates.
And the boys did a good job on the road, right? Banking 2 wins to, I guess, reset a little after Taranaki got you the week previous.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you can go on the road and get 2 wins, a sweep, I mean, you take that. It doesn't matter who it's against. All teams this league are good. You got to take 2 wins on the road when you can get them.
And this Canterbury team, so it's an important game in terms of top 4 seeding, right? What's the plan to try and get one tonight?
Oh, yeah, you know, every game is super important for all seeding throughout the whole year. You know, game 1 and game 19, they're all the same. Obviously, we know this is a big game. We're just going to come out there, play hard, compete, and do our best, you know, to get the win.
Wish you well, mate. Good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you.
What a return he'll be for the Sharks, averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, Lindsay.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching him. A cerebral player, can really shoot that thing from the perimeter, so they'll definitely be welcoming him back this evening. And then you can see down there in the player spotlight another guard that they've got from the States, Caleb Asbury, who's been outstanding for them. He was 33, I think, in the last game against the Phi that went to overtime and really turned it up. And we just heard from Walter Brown, who, again, I love that he said with Taylor out, he might see a little bit more, you know, rock, which is not uncommon because you lose your lead point guard. So he's going to be in attack mode this evening.
Look at the W's stacking up for both these teams alongside the Tuatara setting the standard in 2026. And I really love the program that John Yim's got running down at the Sharks and how they've brought it back. They're running it back with the same coach, with a lot of the same pieces. We don't often see that in recent years in the South NBL.
Yeah, really respect what, you know, all of the top 4 teams have got going on right now. But I've enjoyed watching Coach Yim and what he's done down there in Southland. It's not always the easiest place to attract talent to, but they've done a great job of getting talent, of retaining it, developing it. And, you know, from the outside looking in, they look like a really connected group. They look like playing for Coach Yim and playing with each other, and it's resulted in a lot of wins for them the last couple of years. They were right there in the championship game last year before the Saints got hot. I don't know if a lot of people remember that, but they almost had them on the ropes. So giving themselves a fighting chance again this season.
It's good to see them back towards the pointy end of the league. He would have had many a battle against Southland when they first came into the league as the Sharks.
Paul Hanade, Kevin Braswell, yeah, powerhouse.
Brad Clive, Regan Ashley, Blake Rosanowski will don the whistles for the Sal's NBL game in round 13. As we see the Rams in their black and red pinstripes. Coach Quinn Clinton having the final say to his team. The Sharks in their famous orange, and there is John Yim. Loves a good sweater. Here's a sleeveless sweater. He got
great sweater game.
Love to see,
respected a bit of personality, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see just the inside of his wardrobe and just see how many he's got lined up, because I swear I see a different one every game. Tobias Cameron has been a nice addition to this Sharks roster. Just adds a bit of directness to the team.
He does. He's a veteran now. Great wing. Real. You were asking me what type of person he is. You know what I mean? Great. I say kid, but he's a young man now. Recently finished playing in the British final over there. Had a really successful campaign with their group. I think they got knocked over in the final in the O2 Arena, but had a really great run. And to welcome him back home is awesome. Obviously got a pretty good whakapapa with Flynn just getting picked up from the Summer League, which is awesome. One of our Māori brothers getting picked up to go play NBA Summer League. Dad wasn't too bad at hooping either, Pedro Cameron. You put that in your book, Hugh.
Auntie, cousins, all of them.
Grandma,
yeah.
Still giving back in the community. I seen her at the Māori Nationals, taking care of Te Tai Tokido. Beautiful.
Underway, and the Rams control the tip.
Jack Andrews.
Straight into Jack Andrews. We talked a lot about him, and there is his first bucket. Nice little baby hook. No Sam Timmins. So a real chance for Jack Andrews.
Big size advantage down there, or like physicality advantage on Boone. You're right, that's normally who Sam Timmins would be taking care of. So different style this evening for the Sharks. They'll play with a little bit more pace.
There's Jones back from that groin injury as we heard. Boone, baseline mid-range are too strong. And that last came off Jack Andrew. So work from Braden Inger, another one who's been playing a bit of ball in the UK in recent years.
He's been really solid for the Sharks as well since he slotted in slightly earlier than Tobias, but he's put really good numbers on the board, Braden.
Jones gets back underway. Looking for Cameron, but picked up. Holmes.
Oh,
Drives all the way, but almost went too far. Walter Brown couldn't finish it off. Here comes Cameron the other way.
good cut.
Nice drop off to Boone. Oh, loses his footing. And both teams with flat tires at either end of the court.
Unorthodox plays to get us started.
So Withers looking to settle things down for the Rams off the back iron.
Kate with the O board, gets it to Jack Andrews with that size advantage again, and that right hook looked like it on radar right now. If they don't send a double, it's going to be a long night for the Sharks without Big Sam Timmons down there.
Well, we're going to see some old school big man and baby hook play, and I'm here for it as Asbury fires back with a three, and the Sharks are on the board.
I don't know if that was the scout to go that far under on Caleb Asbury. He's been shooting the ball. Well, he shot it really well against the Fire in the last game. And they say you're only as good as your last game. That was a foul? See by Ryland Jones' roll of his eyes, he probably didn't agree with that call.
Referee Brett Clive ready to get us back underway.
A little split action that they run off the baseline. They clear that side out again for Jack Andrews. Now they send that triple team.
Good enough to affect the play, but Rams recover, and Walt Brown puts up the three, can't get it to go. Underneath is Holmes, sticking with it, finishing it, Jake
There's
Holmes.
that size advantage on the glass. Got Withers, Holmes, Andrews down there.
Nice hand from Jones, comes away with the steal.
Fine.
Wide open, Braden Inger in front of the bench. Eventually gets his own rebound. Can't finish. Nice work from Jack Andrew. Walter Brown, right down Main Street, earns a foul, and will go to the line to shoot two.
Played last year at UNLV, Walter Brown. Great to have him back in the league. Athletic, young wing. Just reached out to him when young man I helped, Jackson Kiss, committed to UNLV, and it's great to court it all with him. Had so much valuable advice to share with us. Through that journey, found out that he whakapapa to Māori as well, Walter Brown, which is awesome that we could connect on that level. So great to have him back in the league.
Fine young man, made his Tall Blacks debut in the last couple of years as well. He'll be knocking on that door for the next few years to come.
Absolutely.
Makes both his free throws.
The command Jack Andrew got a chance to push up into that space in the very near future.
There's Cameron Brown on him.
1-3-1 action here from the Rams. Giving him a different look defensively here, the Sharks.
It's Cameron driving. Andrew. Great work, and the foul called.
Great rim protection by Jack Andrew, but looked like on the ricochet somebody got caught with a reach in there. Great start from the Rams here on the road though, just imposing their size, controlling the pace. Everything for the Sharks has been a little bit clunky early on. They have missed a couple of sitters though. And Sam Timmons is normally a big focal point at the start of games that they go to kind of get themselves established.
And you get the feeling if Jack Andrew can stay out of foul trouble, he'll have himself a night for the Rams.
Just playing Walter Brown at the point right now without Taylor Britt out there, just sharing those point guard duties.
No Cho, no Brett. Both on international duty. Cho for Cameroon.
Also
Brown.
missing three youngsters at the World 17s right now. Will Patton, Ihaka Kate's brother Tawhiti, who plays the point guard as well.
And Max Darling still out with injury.
And Max missed a significant amount of time this year, unfortunately, for the Sharks. If they had him out there healthy, whew.
10-5, the early lead. That last foul was on Jack Andrew. Can confirm.
So Walter knew he was going to get more ball in the hand. He's playing point guard, Q. Here's this post look again. They're going to have to send a double. There it is.
Asbury shrugging though, boot out the way is Jack Andrew.
Kind of stunted at the double, and on the pickup, he didn't really fully commit to it. Jack Andrews patient, stepping through. Already got 6 points on the board, 3 for 3, all in the smile.
Asbury, that one doesn't go, rebounded by Andrew.
Rene Rougeau checked into the game. He played at UNLV as well. Hugh, so a lot of connect to the West Coast right now. He'll go down to the post.
Oh, miscommunication. Kate throws it straight to the outstretched hands of Tobias Cameron, who throws it down with one hand.
You can see the plan though for the Rams. They're going to the well, they're going to the post. On that one there, Rougeau was trying to post up Asbury as well, so trying to take advantage of that size. Ihaka Kate with
Maybe a couple of nervy plays from a couple of guys who aren't used to playing this early in the game. Kate and Holmes have got minutes under their belt this year.
I feel like we give up 1 or 2 of those every single game, stepping on the break sideline.
What do they say? Best defender in the league?
See Gus Dello checking into the game here for some early burn. Young point guard out of St. Peter's College. Part of the 17U crew that had a lot of success recently, finishing 4th in the world.
Referees just having a wee cut it all of their own.
So Milan Newton out of Shirley Boys, national championship winning.
We might have ourselves
They even got the paper out.
Is someone wearing the right number kind of vibe.
Oh, not that old school one. They say, sorry, Hugh, you can't play. You got the wrong number on the score sheet. Say, come on, man.
Real tournament vibes.
You're really going to play that one out?
You
know how many times in men's league they try and get you out the game with the wrong score sheet?
We're back underway, so whatever it was has been fixed.
Little Iverson cut into a throw and go for Asbury on the open side.
He hands it over to Jones. Ooh. Boone stepping to his right, put the 3-ball up.
Get into this pick and roll and go back to that post again. They're getting that switch with those smaller guards. So Coach Clinton's done his scout.
3-ball Dallo from the wing. The Rams with a strong start here. Asbury looking to drop it off. Joe does well to get back. And here's Brown going the other way. Looking to go all the other way. Bit of contact, no whistle. Andrew with the follow-up.
And even though they've got the size advantage, still pushing the primary pace when they've got it through Walter Brown, which I like from the Rams, giving them different looks on the offensive end.
Jones looking get himself back into Southland NBL scoring mode. That one just a little bit off.
You hear they've been getting into this no corner drag on ball, and with the switch of the Sharks, they're able to get this look inside easy. Jack Andrew again with a paint catch. Maybe a little bit gassed right now, but Rougeau is just going to keep going down against the smaller Asbury into the paint, and he'll draw a foul. Again, just old school YMCA stuff, Hugh. Like, got a size advantage. We're just going to hit you with 3-4 dribble back downs until you send somebody, and then we'll find the open man. Pretty simple basketball. Jack Andrews will get a well-deserved blow. Great start for him this evening.
6 points, 2 rebounds already for the Twizel kid at St. Kelvin's.
Twizel kid. Excuse my ignorance, but where is Twizel?
Twizel is a beautiful lakeside town on the South Island in North Otago. I think I'm going to correct. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's North Otago. I believe it was built for a damming community, and yeah, beautiful place. And Jack is from there.
Okay.
Rougeau just slaps that out of bounds, so the Sharks will go again.
Great start from the Rams, all over it right now.
I think that stop we had looking at the score sheet was Millen Newton, who's wearing number 30. I think there might have been a number change, and that's just been confirmed by Brad Clive, but he seems to be above board now. Ooh, Ledger driving straight into traffic and earning a trip to the line to shoot 2. called on Todd Withers. South pizza being handed out along the baseline to the.
Oh yeah,
It's a great place to enjoy a bit of basketball. Passionate basketball community in Invercargill. Ledger makes his second.
Well, extended pressure off the free throw from the Sharks. I'd like to see more of that without a definitive point guard out there for the Sharks, and slightly smaller. Why not get up and pressure? Good D, Ryland Jones.
He is accosted by Rougeau and he earns a foul.
And he's a smart player, you know. It's hard to play professional basketball at his size if you don't have, you know, real good smarts, and he's also got a strap. He can really shoot that thing from the perimeter, but he, you know, you can see there that they're trying to go to the post. He just sagged off Gustello there and picked that steal up early, so he's making his adjustments.
Right about the point guard for no Taylor Brett, of course, so the Walter Brown is not an out-and-out point guard, or Gustello, who's at the beginning of his journey.
Yeah, a young point guard, but yeah, again, the Sharks, that's their opportunity to try and target that.
Jones finds Inger in the corner, 3-ball drops, Braden Inger.
Beautiful basketball, just one more there to Inger in the corner for the highest percentage three-point shot in the game.
Jones to drop it in. Withers slapped away though, and Inger comes up with it. Got Cameron to his left.
Getting that look whenever they want though, with that empty corner, that high-low to the big.
Inger looking to go back-to-back, that one a little bit off. Good rebound, Newton. Look at the push at the youngster.
4 on 2 right now. They turn it over, but Sharks, even though they've got, without Sam Timmins, they are struggling a little bit in transition right now defensively, so something to talk about in this timeout.
They trail 11-17. A couple of disjointed plays we've seen from both teams out there, Lindsay, but I guess that's to be expected when there's a few regulars missing.
Yeah, you're missing, I mean, you're missing a Tall Blacks point guard at one end, a Tall Blacks center at the other, but it's a fair call, Hugh. 4 turnovers for both teams this early in the game is way too much at this level, so I'm sure both coaches are talking about tightening up offensively with the rock right now and looking after it and just executing their stuff. When they are, the Rams are getting great looks down here, especially in the paint. Most of their turnovers have just come off some of their stuff out of transition with the pace.
You like the pinstripes?
I mean, I'm like a through and through Jaffa, Hugh. I'm not even going to lie to you,
so it's the red and black that offends you more than the pinstripes.
It really does, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do the Crusaders, or it's not. I'm not trying to be. It just is what it is.
Hey, you're not going to tell you what.
It is what it is, brother.
Getting no argument from me.
With your South Island ties, I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from,
yeah.
Hugh. You know what you think of that Auckland blue and white when you see it. Yeah,
oh, hey,
you feel the same way.
You spend as much time in Nelson as I have, and you learn to hate the red and black as well. No, but it's a nice looking uniform.
I'll tell you what, though, I respect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going down and bumping against that organization for as long as we did. You might not like it, but you've got to respect it. And to me, that's the ultimate form of payment, respect.
Spending the time in the roles I've spent in recent years in the NBL, I honestly think that the Rams set the standard.
Yes, which is the other thing that make it hard to like them when you're from the other island. They're so good right now.
On the court, off the court, everything about their business, their organisation, their community work, it's phenomenal.
Great hustle there. That Gustello first to the floor. They caught a foul? Tough one. I'll be in the... No? 2-position game here. Sharks with the rock, just under 3 minutes left. The first.
Jake Holmes with the unenviable task of looking after Caleb Asbury. Gets himself all the way to the rim, but can't finish. Jack Andrew just lurking.
Little punch screen action here. Rougeau will go back to the post. They keep switching that. He's got a tiny guard on him right now.
Jack Andrew sees that, finds him. Cameron comes down with the board.
The Sharks have got to adjust off that wing on ball. They cannot keep switching that guard onto the big, or they're going to get punished.
Asbury shakes off Holmes, doesn't shoot the three, finds Jones gets it back, step back, mid-range, off the back iron. Andrew with the rebound. Number 3 for him.
Good find.
Withers with the mismatch down low. Rougeau with the find.
That was a smart play by Ryland Jones. Just felt him with his hand in the cookie jar there and just hooked up underneath him. It'll be a bonus foul. Rams are in the bonus, so Sharks will shoot a couple here. Just under 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Boone back into the game for the Sharks. Brown back into the game for the Rams.
You think Holmes is supposed to be marking Asbury those last couple positions? That was the matchup that they wanted, or he just got cross-matched there, Hugh? If I was to ask you. Do you think that Holmes was supposed to be marking Asbury the last couple positions?
Back-to-back positions.
Yeah, like they were using length on him? I was just kind of trying to figure that out, or if it was just like a cross-match. Sorry to put you on the spot, bro.
Asbury licked his lips when he saw him,
I
though.
thought the same thing too, but even though he had 2 misses, he was definitely aggressive. He said, I think he licked his lips. That's a great way of putting it. Mr. Jones will get a quick rest here. Great to have him back, healthy. There's that little Iverson action that they initiate of the Rams into this duck in. Beautiful.
Ledger has to go and help.
Could even be more aggressive here, Jack Andrews.
This time he is spinning, earning the foul. Doesn't get it to drop and go to the line to shoot 2.
I love his ability to be patient and facilitate, but in scenarios like that, you know, you got a wing or a point guard marking you that close to the ring. Love to see Jack get aggressive, and he's been great for them early here. Very steady demeanor, huh?
Yeah, pretty unflappable young man.
He's come a long way. Being around him loosely in the Stephen Adams high school invitational years, like real shy, small town, like you were alluded to, trying to find his feet. To see where he is now, outstanding growth.
Yeah, that stint in Perth and then more recently with the Breakers has just been massive for him.
Really feel like that Australian NBL experience helped him grow, find some little bit of confidence in himself, and that's all he needed.
Cameron round Kate, using his physicality. Kate does well. Ledger comes down with the offensive board, though. The Sharks a second chance. Burton Shaw into the game.
Oh, great jab.
Rougeau called for a foul.
Great take there by Boone, just getting the step. Getting to the paint. That's a great sign for the Sharks. Stop the clock here, get a couple free throws.
Second foul on Rene Rougeau. Not to be confused with Rene Russo.
Todd Withers also with 2 fouls as well, Hugh, just to look out for the Rams here early on. A little bit undermanned.
Keelan Boone closes the gap ever so slightly. A minute to go in this first quarter. Both teams getting used to each other, but also getting used to themselves with a few big pieces missing.
2-3 zone there for the Sharks. A little different look. Give up that susceptible to the O boards as Jack Andrews hit them again. There's another O board, Ihaka Kate.
And eventually Asbury comes down with it for the Sharks.
Great push, great find.
Cameron, 3-ball from the wing.
Again, that's where they'll be slightly different from normal, you know what I mean? They'll play with a high-octane push, I would say, this game without Sam there, and smaller outfit. They'll stay in this 2-3 zone here, this last position.
That's it.
He's given up 3 O boards off it so far, though, and a layup, so don't know how long they'll stay in that one.
Jack Andrew that time with the offensive board and the putback.
Last shot here of the quarter for Coach Hume and the Sharks if they want it. They'll play out of this middle on ball with Asbury and Boone. He gets the switch.
Burton Shaw over Holmes for 3. Doesn't drop. First quarter of action is done, and it's the Rams who've come out firing. They lead 22-18. Stadium Southland in Invercargill. Second quarter coming up after the break here on Sky Sport. Welcome back to ILT Stadium, Southland. Fans rugged up nice and warm this time of year in the deep south. I hate to tell you, a little bit cold. Tell you who's not cold, Jack Andrew. He has got 9 points and 6 rebounds after 1 quarter of action.
That's the opposite of cold, Hugh. You're heating up. Really love the look that Quinn Clinton and the Rams have come out with. Obviously, both teams knowing that they're slightly undermanned, but the adjustments they've made and the looks they're getting are awesome early on here. Sharks have done well to hang tough, though. Not playing their best basketball. They're still right in this.
Turnover to start this second
Got
quarter.
a post look for you, Hugh. And they'll get Max Stott out here for a bit of size off the bench. Send that double late.
Jack got to work early. There's that hook, and down it goes.
And they're quite comfortable to go off that. They're not even sending any cutters. They're trying to keep that weak side spread.
Boom going the other way.
Tough.
Finishing.
Seen Coach Yim kind of a little bit frustrated at the end of that first with the execution. A great adjustment there.
Sign with the left for Jack. A smart play from Keelan Boone at the other end. Went right at Todd Withers.
Great hustle there. Hopefully Asbury's all right. Might have taken a shot, unfortunately.
We're going to give him his time here. Let's see any physio rushing on. And he's up. Oh, ginger limp, maybe just a rolled ankle or something as he
Looked like
landed.
a left ankle right there. I was to take my 20,000, 30,000 hours of being in the gym. That looked like an ankle tweak right there. I would say though he'll dust that off. Knowing Mr. Asbury and watching him the last couple of years, I'm sure he'll go over there.
We've got to get on
Get
here.
that water. Get that water that they gave them earlier.
It's from the corporate tables. We're back underway. Nice little Sales NBL break. It's a minute into the second quarter, 4-point game. Rylan Jones back from a groin injury for the Sharks. Not back to 100% as well. Burtonshaw finds him. Walter Brown doing a good job on the American so far. Gets into the lane, fires over Jack Andrew. Didn't get anything, so a shot clock violation.
Great defensive set there from the Rams. Basically kept the Sharks going east-west. Didn't even get the ball on the ring. Shot clock violation. Just using that length, discipline.
And there's a lot of length out there as well for the Rams right now.
There is, and again, you're dealing with it without the likes of Sam Timmons and Max Starling, which makes make things look significantly different. Jack was a half beat late on that, or Walter went a half beat early, so they'll get called for the illegal. And that's where you get, that's his second, which is big. And that's where you do Mr. Taylor Britt, you know, who probably has the patience to just wait a half beat on that. They're going to leave him in there with 2.
Jones around Kate, stepping out of bounds. Foul on the floor, I should say. Hihaka Kate called for it.
First year out of Christ College, great young talent. Again, came through the New Zealand program as well. Younger brother Tawhiti away Turkey right now with the 17U group, starting as the point guard. He's playing great.
Quick release, Tobias Cameron. They're in front of the Sharks bench.
Bias looking comfortable right now. Looked like he got his legs up under him. Playing with a really good rhythm. They'll stay in this 2-3 zone, the Sharks, bog the Rams down a little bit. Definitely not getting as many definitive post catches as before.
Andrew lucky to get away with a push off the ball there. And Kate comes away with 3 points. Gee, Andrew, got to be careful.
That's that little steer that we were talking about. But when you're that big, you're right.
And you get a guard who sells it.
Yeah.
Cameron feeling it. He's up to 10 already. That one off. Brown with the board.
Nobody touching the basketball. Just line them up. They dodged one there, the Rams. Here's Jack. They're trying to slide him straight into that post. Or look at those high-lows.
Sets the screen up high. Goes Andrew. Brown. Gets 2 feet in the paint. Kate wide open in the corner. Stoddard eventually comes down with the rebound. Boone just waltzes into a 3 and drains it.
He's had some tough looks, Boone. Just great individual offense. That was a great rim run as well from Max Stoddard just to open the court up. No call there.
No call for Jake Holmes, who clattered.
Ryland Jones with the push and the probe.
Hands it off to Inga. Oh, he just caresses it in. Braden Inga. The Sharks take the lead. The Rams call a timeout. And what a difference a 2-minute quarter break makes to the Southland Sharks.
Yeah, just turn that little zone has kind of bogged them down a bit from getting those definitive post looks, and they've turned that into pace at this end. And Ryland Jones with the push finds Braden Inga in a slot cut. Beautiful little touch on that push shot. Just like that, they up 1 at home.
Scan the QR code on screen or use the online code SouthSplash26 for a large 5 Boroughs pizza for $35. It's valid for a week. Get you through round 13.
Another big piece they're missing over there, young Tukaha Cooper wing, who's been progressing great for the Sharks. He'll be out for a little bit longer with that ankle. So think of Max, Tukes, Sam. They've got a lot of firepower to add to this group, so exciting run home for the Sharks. Rams as well, though.
The Sharks are a dangerous outfit in 2026, that is for sure.
Where's Alec playing at in the world right now? You know, Josiah Alec?
I'm going to say he went and had a lot of success immediately after the winning MVP in the SouthNBL. I'm going to find that up for you, Lindsay.
Walter Brown will stay on the point here. It's still pretty free-flowing quarter, not a lot of fouls on the board. Probably speaks to that zone the Sharks are sitting in, that 2-3 that's been effective. Jack Andrews with the 3. Say, all right, I'm going to show you what it looked like out here from the perimeter.
Josiah Alec is an NBA G League champion with the Greensboro Swarm. He knew there was some success as soon as he cleaned up at the NBL Awards last year as Inga puts up the 3. Boone with a nice find. Andrew and Holmes combined for the board.
Great war there by Holmes. Middle on ball that's been effective for them with Jack Andrews. Get that switch with the wing bias. You can see them sending that double earlier, though. They're on that last man with Braden Inga, but that is opening up the weak side corner as well for the Rams. They've had a lot of 3s from that the last 2-3 possessions. Asbury checking back in. He looks healthy, which is great.
Brown, Withers puts up the 3, drains it. Todd Withers. Oh, a real veteran presence out there for this Rams team.
He's been doing it for a long time, successfully all over the world. Todd Withers had some success out here previous as well. The Nuggets.
This ball movement from the Sharks, but Stoddard's 3 doesn't drop.
Oh. It's a nice move from Walter Brown. Little hands up there, just baited Mac into acting like he was going to pick the ball up for the three and then turned it into a crossover, drawing the foul. Will Ledger checking into the game along with Gus Dello for the Rams. Sharks will stay in the zone.
Rougeau sets the screen, finds it over to Dallo, back to Brown. Find Rougeau. Almost tipped in by Withers, but Boone comes away with it. Outlet pass to Asbury. Hangs in the air and drops in the teardrop.
Man, he make that shot look easy. He did that against the Fire in overtime 2-3 times, watching that game just straight down the heart of their defense into really tough floater runner push shots, and they were bottoms. Great defense there from Boone.
Brown calls for the Rougeau screen, draws the foul on the three-point shot. Jones, the culprit. Head in hands for Ryland Jones.
Tough call there on Ryland Jones. Here you see the defense to offense, and he took off at like the dots there. A little bit of traffic. That's tough. Caleb Asbury. Not uncommon for him though. Walter Brown with 3 free throws here, I believe. Hugh.
Looking to add to his 4 points.
See, for a guy who hasn't had a lot of reps this season at this level at the point guard, he's looked pretty serviceable, man.
Doesn't look daunted by the occasion at all.
Smart play though from Coach Yim, going to that 2-3 zone. That's been effective. It's definitely shifted the pace in their favor, the Sharks, this last half of the quarter.
This is his first 2 of his 3 free throws. The third one doesn't drop. So the 3-point lead, midway point in the second quarter.
A little zone action from the Rams as well.
Holmes comes down with the defensive rebound.
Great run from Rougeau there.
In among the timber, and that's going to be a travel as he lost his footing. Surrounded by a school of Sharks.
He's just got a half beat deep on that one. Again, pretty free-flowing quarter, only 4 fouls total the entire quarter, so. And a lot of zone as well, you can see here. Extended a little bit. 2-3 for the Rams, high. Like they're almost trapping the wings.
Jones penetrates, drops it straight back to Ingo. 3 ball, a little off to the right, and it's boxed out. Rebound, Walter Brown.
Great rebound, Walter Brown.
Jake Holmes looking to get it going at the other end, and he does too.
You can see that he was lining them up from the half. Just use that length there. Another beautiful little push shot. Zone action from the Rams here. Great flash from Ingo.
Hello, taps it out from behind Boone. Are they going to say Boone lost it off his leg? John Yim doesn't believe it. He wants a timeout, he gets it.
Just getting a little bit forced on that first side action at time there, the Sharks. Had a lot more success when they get it to the second and third side in their actions and just loosen that backside of the defense up a little bit before they attack.
Nine turnovers for the Rams so far, LT. 6 for the Sharks.
Yeah, again, that's on the high side for the Rams at this stage of the game, but you have to take into account that they don't have their lead guard and Taylor Britt there as well, which is, I think Walter Brown's done a great job in stepping into that role, especially since Taylor's such a heavy usage player in that position for the Rams.
20-12 rebound count in favour of the Rams. 7 of those from that man in the middle of your screen, Jack Andrew. And Walter Brown chipping in with 4 of his own.
It's
Stats thanks to Chemist Warehouse, the official stats partner of the Sales NBL. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter of this round 13 clash between numbers 2 and 3 on the ladder, the Sharks and the Rams. Dallo fires it over to Kate, and it goes to Rougeau, looking to drop it in. Andrew using his body brilliantly, and he's fouled by Ledger. Go to the line to shoot 2.
Really like that action. They got it to the post. And normally you're looking for the high-low. That time they look for the low, basically on the high on the slot cut for the big Jack Andrews, and missed the sitter, but great action for the Rams out of that timeout.
Four straight missed free throws for the Rams.
That's about as much emotion as you'll see out of Jack Andrew. A slight little head nod.
Gets the correction right on the second. 6-point lead for the Rams. An opportunity for Gus Dallo having to mark someone like Ryland Jones, who brings him way outside the three-point line and drains the deep three.
And I'm not sure if that was the scout for the Rams to go underneath Ryland Jones, one of the better shooters that we've got on the competition. Yeah, he's been out with a groin injury, but you need to stay connected to his body because he's lights out.
Dallo can give him one back. Bounces it off his foot.
And he's got to be a threat there, Gus. You know, otherwise Ryland's not going to mark him, and he can shoot the ball, and that pass will be there, but he's got to be a threat from the perimeter in order to open up those passing lanes. Especially against a zone. You don't want one man playing 2 ever. There you go.
Into Rougeau, elevates from the free throw line, beautiful. Drains the 2.
They call that the nail there, Hugh, right in the middle of the free throw line. You know why they call it the nail?
No.
That whenever they build a basketball court, they put a nail in the middle of the free throw line, and they basically build the court off that to know where the center of the court is. My father, a carpenter, and built a couple basketball gyms, so he gave me the...
So they'll put a string from one nail to the other nail, and that's the center of the court?
That is the nail, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what the court is built of. So it
knowledge.
is a great... they tell you to get to the nail, you really are getting to the center of the court.
I've missed a lot of shots from the nail.
Hey, that's where the middle of the free throw line, a lot of brothers have. Mitchell Robinson get paid millions to miss from there. It's all right, though, when you get every offensive rebound.
Oh, out of bounds. Will Ledger had his entire foot almost out of bounds that time. And that is a frustrated coach right there. Dallo brings it over half court. Finding Kate. Joe cutting, missing the mid-ranger. Asbury comes down with it.
Great guard rebounder, which is always a luxury because you can turn it straight into a breakout dribble.
Cameron, 3-ball, another one for Tobias.
And there's that threat that Tobias is that I was telling Gus, you know, talking to that he needs to be. If they're not touching the basketball and you're a perimeter threat, you got to let it go. Ihaka Kate.
Cameron comes down with the rebound.
He's
the outlet pass to Asbury. Tobias 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Dives on that one like a live grenade.
Short clock here though.
Wants it down low.
Got a size advantage against smaller defender. Braden will attack that closeout from Jack Andrews and get rewarded with a foul. That's Renee's third.
Third foul. And Rene Rougeau.
Great job from Braden Ingo just attacking the sloppy closeout from Jack Andrew. And unfortunately, Rene Rougeau will get called with his third foul. Been a great veteran presence for that group along with Todd Withers. They've got a lot of really good young talent there. It's great to have some imports slot in there that don't necessarily need to give you 20, 30 points a game, but can still be so valuable, you know, throughout the week and obviously in games as well.
Withers rises high for the rebound off the missed free throw. Brown brings it the other way. Withers steps into a 3.
Jack Andrews
comes down with another rebound.
17 and 8.
With
a minute 30 left.
30 to go in the first half.
And just quietly too, yeah?
Nothing flashy. Just good old-fashioned fundamentals from Jack in this one as there's a foul. Good on Todd Withers.
I seen him get a couple amazing dunks in the last game, and he just smiled. That's Withers' third as well, so the foul starting to stack up here for the Rams. So might see a little bit of zone action from them as well, just to buy some time and some legs while they're on the road. Try and keep this lead headed into the half.
Plenty for Clinton to think about.
I don't know though, I think we might need to get into the zip-up game. Quarter zip-ups like in the States right now. These, you know what I mean? We like polo heavy over here. Apart from Coach Yim, he shipped it straight to the vest.
He runs
you know
his
what
own
I mean?
race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he runs his own race. I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boone gets him to go.
I struggle with the silky polos that stick to my figure.
You think you're going to start a small fire when you take it off and it's clicking around and yeah. It's 40 points apiece. Just over a minute to go in the first half.
Jack's been a great screener in that free throw line there. Another O board for the Rams.
Okay,
Spray it.
to Brown.
Short
First
clock.
step. Boone does well. Over it goes to Holmes. 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up.
Another O board for Jack Andrews and the Rams. And they'll spray that to Ihaka Kate. Oof, just got another one.
Eventually they come away with it through Ryland Jones through the Sharks.
Great push from Ryland Jones. One more.
Getting to go though, Keelan Boone. Collective groan around ILT Stadium, Southland.
Sharks have got a foul to give here if they want it. Rams in the bonus.
Oh, the Brady pass, and what a pass it is.
Ooh.
Oh, to Brown. Got up there,
Oh.
blocked Tobias Cameron.
Last shot of the quarter here for the Rams.
Or is it? Might be the Sharks.
Okay.
Jones drains it. It counts. 43-40 at the half. Well, both teams had a couple of chances to take the last shot of the quarter, but it was Ryland Jones who eventually got it after the Andrew turnover.
I thought they had an easy one there. I even thought he pulled that one early, but great to see him get on the board there, Ryland Jones. He can really shoot that thing. And a little bit of momentum for the Sharks and Coach Yim headed into the locker room at the half.
Half-time, Sharks 43, Rams 40. We'll be back with the stats from the first half in just a few moments here on Sky Sport. Welcome back. Half-time here at TSB Stadium, Southland. That young man's just won himself a plastic house, it seems. The Sharks currently winning the game between number 2 and number 3 on the NZNBL ladder. 43-40 over the Rams at half-time. Hugh Bannon here alongside Lindsay Tate. We'll have a look at the Chemist Warehouse tail of the tape at half-time. And there'll be one name, I think, Lindsay, that'll stand out to us. That's J. Andrew.
It sure will. Jack Andrews has been outstanding this evening for the Rams, all over the court, but 17 points is a lot. Tobias Cameron, he was great for the Sharks as well, heating up from the three-point line. Boone making some great individual plays, and Inga kind of sliding under the radar there with 9 quiet points to give the Sharks a 3-point lead here at the half.
Well, we talked about just in that halftime break, it doesn't really feel like the Sharks should be winning this game, and they are. And then we look through the stats, and you look at those 3-point stats, 8 for 20, shooting 40% to the Rams 28%.
The Rams are smoking them on the boards right now, Hugh. What's the count here? 27-16, so that is helping keep them in the game without Sam Timmins there, and obviously Jack Andrew having a field day. So Sam probably in his hotel watching this right now, throwing pillows around. Walter Brown, I think, done a really serviceable job, you know, at the point guard position. And obviously Rylan Jones, welcome back for the Sharks. They do have 10 turnovers right now, though, the Rams, which kind of probably alludes to Taylor not being there, and that is helping give the Sharks extra possessions and give them a 3-point lead right now.
About as even as it can be, barring a Rylan Jones 3 on the buzzer from about 5 foot beyond the 3-point arc just before half-time. And he's been a welcome return. 5 points, 4 assists so far, 3 steals, as you can see, for the Sharks, coming back from a groin injury. They've had contributions from everywhere, and the Sharks will just want to already just stay in touch. I mean, there's a bit of foul trouble as well, Lindsay, for the Rams out there. Todd Withers on 3, Rougeau on 3, Andrew on 2, Kate on 2.
Yeah, they've been navigating a little bit of foul trouble towards the end of that second. They are smoking them inside, though, 22 paint points as well, so there's some real positive signs for them. Again, we were speaking about it off air. The Sharks just kind of had some really good individual plays there from some high-level players, caught a little bit of momentum, turned that 2-3 zone into some pace at the other end, and kind of got a dirty 3-point lead, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? So it'll be a great second half.
Certainly will be. To clarify, Sam Timmins throwing pillows around, not a euphemism. Sharks 43, Rams 40, half-time, ILT Stadium South, and third quarter coming your way here on Sky Sport after the break. Third quarter just moments away here at Stadium Southland. The Sharks with a 3-point lead, a dirty 3-point lead. Lindsay Tate called it before the break. As we have ourselves a game where it's either equal or leading towards the Rams in the stats. But the only stat that's going to matter in the end of another 2 quarters is the one on your screen. And right now the Sharks have the lead, 43-40. This is 2v3 on the ladder, both chasing the Auckland Tuatara.
Be interesting to see how the coaches move the pieces around on the chessboard here in the second half. Hugh, obviously the size early on was giving the Sharks a lot of issues and translating to points in the paint, but they went to that 2-3 zone and managed to stymie them a little bit, turn those stops into a bit of pace and momentum and points at the other end to give them this 3-point lead. So what are the answers going to be for the Rams to dealing with that 2-3 zone and effectively using that size?
I think we're going to see a lot of direct play from the Sharks, who will know that Withers, Andrew, Rougeau, an early foul in this third quarter is going to affect this game in a big way.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of zone action. You saw sprinkling of it for the Rams there as well. Maybe they'll use that to stay out of foul trouble and save some legs while they're undermanned. But as well, the Sharks playing at a slightly different pace this evening without Max Darling and Sam Timmins. You know, you can normally slow that thing down a little bit, pump it inside, and instantly get looks in the paint. Today they have the luxury, I guess, of playing a little bit quicker and freer, the slightly smaller unit.
Team's just remembering whose ball it is.
Well, I used to do that trick all the time, even when you know it's not your ball. Just start walking to the other end there. Hope nobody notices. It works sometimes.
Ray Clive onto it. A returning point guard and a stand-in point guard there in Rylan Jones and Walter Brown. Brown with 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
That was probably the one glaring stat that jumps out at you for the Rams that hurt them, those 10 turnovers. You know, you're on track for 20 for the game, which on the road is going to be too many in a tight competition to get the win. So, and they're not playing with a crazy pace. So just tightening up those turnovers and they'll have a chance down the stretch here, as long as they stay out of foul trouble, like you said, Hugh.
Walter Brown as well, averaging just a tick under 18 points for the season, just on 4 at the half. So maybe that change of role.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one, eh? Like you get more ball in hand, but maybe it take a game like this to see, like, man, it's nice having Taylor out there to take all that heat, bro, and you could get that 18 on the wing, you know?
Here's Holmes losing the rock straight out at half-time. Sharks come the other way. Cameron drops it off to Asbury.
They'll keep that pace.
Pulls up from mid-range. Beautiful looking mid-range jumper from Caleb Asbury.
And that was just a confidence play there, you know what I mean? That's just trickling over from that first half. Beautiful little mid-range pull-up.
Inside they go to Andrew. Nice find from Brown. Nice finish from Andrew.
That looked like men's league, Hugh. That was too easy for Jack Andrews there. There's a little zone action here from the Rams. Say Coach Clinton probably trying to buy a couple of possessions here with the foul trouble that they've got.
Gonna drop it into Inga. Boone escapes from Brown and puts the exclamation mark on the play.
Great cut from Boone there. Sneaky athlete, easy on the ring. It's a zone off right now.
Asbury leaving the foot out there, away with it, and Kate leaves the little runner short.
Sharks will keep this pace off the miss. Jones got the big out here on the wing.
Gets Withers to bite. Withers doesn't want to give up his 4th foul. Boone, rangy step back to the elbow. Off the front iron. Jack Andrew with another rebound.
Great contest from Holmes. He's long.
Double-double for Jack Andrew now. Nice contest from Asbury, but Withers does not let it affect him. Drains the 3.
Big hit from Withers, and that was the 3rd time they've basically gone to the same action, attacked that nail and kicked it to that slot, and he's been the attack player, so big hit from the Rams to knock that one in.
Turnover from the Sharks, so the Rams a chance to tie it up or take the lead early in the 3rd. from the elbow, elevates Brown, drains it, 47 apiece.
That was an easy one there. They had to match up off the miss, and Walter Brown just getting to that pocket at the elbow for the easy pull-up to get him to 6 points. Get a little bit of rhythm. Ryland Jones, beautiful little push shot from the dots there. Small little PG, showing his bag. Ice that screen, don't let Walter use it on the sideline.
Holmes catch and shoot from the wing, he gets it to go. And they're first to 50.
See that their bias thought about stabbing at him and baited him into shooting that thing, let him have it. Holmes punishes them with the 3, put them up 1.
Whistle there. And that'll be foul number 3 on Jack Andrew.
So 19 and 10 right now for Jack Andrews, but you're right, that's his 3rd. So a few fouls on the board. Todd Withers out there with 3 as well. Ihaka Kate with 2. Just to keep an eye on for Coach Clinton.
Rougeau on the bench as well with 3.
They'll stay matched up here though on the baseline out of bounds, the Rams.
Cameron on the Boone screen. Finds Jones.
Great hand.
3 Brown with a good hand. Oh, but an unfortunate deflection. Sees it end up in the hands of Keelan Boone.
Great scramble there from Ihaka Kate.
That 3 doesn't go, and there's a foul off the ball. I think Tobias Cameron might have just hurled young Jake Holmes to the hardwood.
That was a great defensive effort there from the Rams. Multiple scrambles and contests, even though they gave up O boards, just not giving up on the play.
Brown bounce past Holmes, drives, cops the contact from Inga, and will go to the line to shoot 2. And moving just a little gingerly there, Jake Holmes.
If Braden was a half beat earlier there, I think he easily would have taken the charge. He's right, he was barreling in there, but I think it was just a half beat late on the step in and got called for the foul, unfortunately. Holmes will get a couple of free throws. He's been great, 7 and 5, chipping away here with extra opportunities available.
He had a nervy start, didn't he, starting for the first time this season, but then just as the game slowed down from a bit in that first half, contributing nicely. Makes the 2nd free throw.
You're right, just settled in well.
This game is evenly poised. Esbury skips into a 3, drains it. And it'll be worrying for Quinn Clinton and the Rams.
They went to that 2-3
That'll be worrying
zone
for John Yim as he pulled up a little bit after that shot. Brown. The back line, Esbury comes down with it, still moving a little gingerly.
That's that left leg again, that lower left leg that was giving him issues before when he took a tumble. They'll match up on this position, the Rams and trans.
Boone goes to the Andrew.
It's tough. And those are the shots, Hugh, that's like, that's a tough shot right there over length, but Boone's been a real good shot maker for them this evening, the Sharks. Great little find there from Walter Brown to Rougeau, who just left it short. Boone on the push, trans. Asbury likes this matchup out high with Holmes. Bias will put us back on the younger Ihaka Kate. Strong wing down there. Bullying his way to the hoop. That's Ihaka's 3rd as well for the Rams. So these fouls really starting to stack up for Coach Clinton and the Rams. Early in the 3rd, almost halfway through the 3rd, I'm sorry. I like that from the Bias. He's big physical wing, veteran now. Got the younger Ihaka Kate down there just imposing himself on the paint, making the referees make a call.
Averaging 14.5 points since returning from the UK. Going for Cheshire over there, just like his old man used to.
Yeah. Sharks living in this zone for the last 2 quarters. Great find, Walter Brown. Gustello from the corner. Knocks down one 3. Big hit for the Rams to keep him in touching distance. You're right, just keep an eye on Asbury here. Just looked like he a little bit bothered by that lower left leg.
Skipped in nicely there. Withers straight up to avoid foul number 4.
That was a great wall up by Withers, not fouling on that contest. Trying to get Ryland Jones on the switch in the post there. Rougeau's got him out here with the back down.
Dello on the nail. Drops it back to Withers. 3 doesn't drop. Jones the other way. Almost loses his footing. Does well to recover. Oh, Braden Ingus somehow gets that pass out to Asbury. Rebounded by Rougeau.
You can see this week the Sharks have definitively spoken about playing with pace because they're playing way quicker than they normally play with a couple of bigs out there this evening.
Dello will shoot that. A little strong. And Newton with the board.
Great little cut from Newton to free up Dello. Unsportsmanlike foul here, it looks like, on Asbury. A little frustrated and threw Rene Rougeau to the ground.
Now Brown's 3 dropped.
I'm pretty sure that should count as
I
well.
think the refs are going to discuss that. Unsportsmanlike foul. 3 has counted, as you can see, 57-55. Canterbury cutting a frustrated figure out there at the moment, obviously struggling with a bit of an injury.
Got 4 of their starters in double digits already, Hugh. Ryland Jones with 10, Asbury with 10, and then Bias and Keelan 14 respectively. It's pretty impressive. The starting unit to have 4 scorers in double digits this early in the game. Not a lot of points off the bench though.
Just one bench point to 14 for the Rams. As you say, missing Tukaha.
Glass is half full for the starters, Hugh.
No Timmins, no Darling, no Tukaha Cooper.
Yep.
Johnny Helu. Pieces to add for that man there, John Kim.
I say both teams very deep though. If this is like your second, your second type unit, this could compete with any of the top teams in the league right now. Great hit from Walter Brown.
Starting to get
Stretch this
going
thing
now.
out to 7 for the Rams, just like that. Be interesting to see if the Sharks stay in the zone much longer.
Walter Brown, we talked about his scoring just a moment ago. Well, back-to-back threes, sees him on 12 points with 5 rebounds and 7 assists.
Just like that, he's back in the scoring column. Getting closer to that 18 that he's used to putting on the board.
Yeah, foul here. The Rams don't like the look of.
I love that
by the
from
reaction,
Coach.
it might have been on Walter Brown.
For sure, I love that from Coach Clinton though, just telling them to huddle, leave the referees alone, next play. As tough as that is to do sometimes. Walter Brown, that was his first. He good. Both teams with 1 foul to give before they're in the bonus for the remainder of this quarter.
Asbury gets Withers to bite, drops it back to Cameron. Pass a little wayward, but Jones tidies up the mess. 2 on the shot clock. Had to go up there, instead he looked for the pass. Shot clock violation. Rams possession.
This is probably the most pop though I've seen Ryland Jones have transition-wise and on his penetration, which is great to see with him coming off a groin injury. That's one positive for Coach Jim. He looked really healthy.
$35 for a large 5 Boroughs pizza. Scan the QR code on screen or use the online code SALSSPLASH26. That'll get you through round 13. That is until next Wednesday, the 8th of July.
Done a great job of tightening up and looking after the basketball. Hugh spoke about it at the half. They had 10 turnovers, played 6 minutes and only committed 1 through that little bit of execution. Walter Brown finding a bit of confidence from the perimeter. They're up 7 right now. Time out to the Sharks to talk it over, so great signs. And you can see just at the edge of the screen there, Asbury looked like he got a little bit of something going on with his lower leg, just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, he's not moving great. He doesn't often have, to be fair, the best body language, and he'll go out and drop like 26.
I was trying to find a way to articulate that it's not uncommon for ballers to kind of walk like that
100%,
and then have a dunk at the other end. Would that be fair?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I see these dudes walk into the gym, I'm like, damn, bro, you're gonna be good to play today? Oh, little.
There's the leg out there.
Yeah.
It's the second time we've seen him do that and get away with it, Caleb Asbury. John Yim copping a warning from the referee, so frustration is just starting to boil. as the Sharks see themselves 7 points down.
They got those two guys high in the zone. The Rams are sending screeners up there, so you can see that those guards are getting frustrated and having to war over them. Asbury just constantly running into screens at the nail.
Rougeau, yeah, didn't see Cameron coming. Steal Tobias Cameron's going to go all the way through the contact. No whistle, no bucket.
Had the left-hand layup there. Great push.
Stretching out, finding Miller Newton and drains the three.
That's a great push from your big Jake Holmes there, taking it off the ring there and playing with that much pace downhill to give them a double-digit lead. Rams still going under those screens up high.
Jones.
Tough.
Nice.
Beautiful play from a smaller guard there, just playing off 2 feet, giving himself options, inside hand finish.
Withers has Newton
Wide
in the
open.
corner. Free ball from the wing. Down it goes. Miller Newton back-to-back trays.
Just got too much rhythm, momentum, confidence right now for them to give them that much airspace from the perimeter. Different if they haven't been hitting, but that's their 3rd or 4th in a row right now, and the Sharks need to make that adjustment.
Half-time, we talked about the difference potentially being that 3-point percentage. It was 40 to 28 at the time in favour of the Sharks. Now the Rams are 10 for 23, shooting 43% from beyond the arc.
And Hugh, Jack Andrews been sitting down for a long time, so we should be able to match up defensively out there. It's not like you've got such a formidable figure down there posting you up every single time, so maybe a consideration for the Sharks.
Boone gets the call, shooting the three, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
That's the second one that they've given up on the 3-point line. And you love how close they are on the contest. Just need to have a half beat more discipline, I guess. And I don't actually know why guys jump on perimeter contests unless you're Wembanyama, but then do you even need to jump? But like, how many blocks have you seen
on the 3-point line
from guards or wings?
Yeah, next to none.
Yeah. But we constantly jump. And most of the time we get ourselves in trouble by fouling or even giving up offensive rebounding opportunities for the guy that we've contested against.
How cool would a perimeter block be? That's what's going through your mind, right?
No, you do see them, but if you were to say out of 100 guys that jump, you probably get 3.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay with the 97 and stay down and stay out on the court.
68-59, 2.5 to go in this 3rd quarter.
Look like they matched up here, the Sharks, so they have made that adjustment. Tired of giving up those wing threes. And that is kind of the issue if you do stay in one defensive set for too long. You know what I mean? Even if it is something that's causing you issues, at some point at this level, they're gonna figure it out, and the Rams have. They're getting that ball to the nail, and then they're spraying it out to their shooters. Jack Andrews checking back into the game here with his 3 fouls. You have to be smart to end this quarter. Back to the zone.
And Andrew all out there with 3 fouls from Clinton's side.
Great find.
Rougeau does the rest. Walter Brown putting together a line is Walter Brown.
He's just way too comfortable right now against that zone. They've figured out the algorithm of it and the movements. And here's Boone again. Just that's a broken play. That's not even offense. That's him just being a great individual basketball player right there. Getting to that 3. They're trying to ice this action. That's tough. Right there with the left in traffic. That's a high-level play right there from Walter Brown.
He's come alive in this 3rd quarter.
He said, we'll see your 2-3 and match you with a 2-3.
11 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists for Walter Brown. Jones skipping to his right, got Andrew to bite, drains the 3, Ryland Jones.
That was beautiful too, with the flyby or the slide-out dribble, Ryland Jones. Punishing the bigger Jack Andrews with the 3, and he's a great 3-point shooter, Ryland Jones. Got the switch here, Rene Rougeau. Got the tiny guard down low, they find him late.
Knocks it back to Withers, who puts up the 3. Off to the right, Andrew, offensive board, in traffic. Learns a foul, goes to the line to shoot 2.
Just when I was about to say I thought that was a win for the Sharks, Jack Andrews just gobbling them up on the O boards. Another extra possession. They get to catch their breath, get the defense set, picking up fouls on the Sharks, creating frustration.
11 rebounds to Andrew, 6 of them at the offensive end.
Let's go with his 19 points, 20 points, 20 and 11. with a quarter to go, and he's been sitting down for what, the last 3-4?
Yeah.
Rams in the bonus to finish this quarter, as well as the Sharks, I'm sorry, both teams. No fouls to give.
This is the second Boone with the board. 7 rebounds for Keelan Boone, 19 points.
Rene Rougeau's been great for them in this third quarter, with Withers just steadying the ship, extra possessions, getting to a spot offensively and facilitating. A great contest. As I say that, another foul for the Rams, their third of the quarter. That's his fourth foul.
Didn't like the call in the corner, neither Quinn Clinton.
Commentators curse, they reckon, eh? Ihaka Kate will check in for Rougeau. Again, I thought he was great in that short little stint there in the third. Dane Burtonshaw getting a quick hit here as well. It's cool to see. He's been really solid for the Sharks this year, especially rapidly coming off the bench. 1 bench point, so maybe we're going to try and generate a little bit of help for these starters out here in this fourth.
Certainly got the potential to get hot, catch and shoot. We've seen in recent weeks some of those youngsters are rapidly getting their opportunity. Xander Masters a great example of that, 20 points.
He's been playing outstanding. Xander shooting the lights out, lucky lefty. Very blessed to have him part of our Moldy tour going away, young brother.
That's with a bit of steez to him as well.
He does. Bit of swag.
Drop on the poop counter on imports after the threes in their face. So good to see.
Yeah, I love a little poop kind of celebration. You'll forget Michael Jordan was the original.
Yeah. That ball just about
Great
thread
hustle.
the needle. Cameron diving on it. Out of bounds it goes. Rams will keep possession.
Tobias Cameron know the rules. First to the floor. Great hustle.
We'll discuss who that came off last. I think Ashley pretty confident he's got the call. Will be Rams possession.
And it is to be noted, the Rams bench has been outstanding, giving them 23 points in 3 quarters as opposed to the Sharks with 1. So big difference there with the second unit.
Shot clock. Must have been expiring. It wasn't expiring up on the clock, but the rest off the known. It's Walter Brown.
And you speak of the Rams' depth, Hugh. 23 points off the bench. You're missing 2 starters in the international window, 3 young brothers at a Youth World Championships, and you're still putting this type of product out there?
Dangerous as we reach the business end of the SNBL.
Stay in this zone here and end the quarter. There's another jump on the perimeter contest.
3 for Keelan Boone.
I say, and just like that, it's a 2-point game. Really, that was just their defensive perimeter discipline that enabled Southland to stay in this game. Giving up a whole lot of threes or fouls from the 3-point line on those contests. And just like that, it's a 2-point game headed into the fourth at home for the Sharks.
They led by 11. They now lead by 2. 73-71 to the Rams. Fourth quarter coming up after the break. Welcome back, fourth quarter, about to get underway. Tobias Cameron to inbound it. We are delicately poised between the Sharks and the Rams. Second and third on the ladder.
Sharks have done a great job of just thugging it out and hanging around. It hasn't been pretty, they're undermanned, but they're giving themselves a chance at home. A really important game here. 6 on the clock.
Esri driving, finishing, getting the foul. He'll go to the line for one more.
He's still got that little limp in his step, a beautiful cross, and he hung it into almost like a hands up. Got the defender to bite, blew by his hips, and tough finish there. Caleb Asbury, tough. Hands up. Inside hand, but that's tough. Right there.
Four fouls on Ihaka Kate.
Gus Dello getting the start here for the Rams. Taylor Britt away on Tall Black's duty.
Looking for an option, finding one. Jack Holmes gets it right back. Andrew with the screen. Back to Holmes. Just to regather that one. Fires it over. Miller Newton's hit a couple, make it 3 from 3.
Yeah, just way too comfortable. You're right, Hugh. He hit 2 wide open. That third one, the ring's starting to look like a hula hoop, so you're going to have to close that airspace on Miller Newton.
Rylan Jones, 2 feet in the paint, fires it over to Boone. The big third quarter, Keelan Boone. Tobias Cameron going the direct route and earning a foul and a trip to the line.
And this is the best I've seen Rylan Jones on the penetration so far. He's been really good at them running him off the line, just attacking that nail when he sees chest, letting the ball go and facilitating. Tobias Cameron will get a couple of free throws here. Bias been solid tonight. 14 points, 3 boards. Probably need to get in there, get a couple more boards to help out with the big fella out to end this fourth and give him a shot, getting over the line.
That foul called on Gus Dello. As the second one misses, Boone comes down with the boards. His 8th rebound to go with his 25 points. And just under 9 minutes still to go.
Interesting to see if there's any fatigue for the starting unit for the Sharks. Played a lot of minutes this evening, and Asbury's got that little limp in his step.
Cameron sticks with it. Gets it back to Asbury, shoots over Holmes, drains it. Caleb Asbury, what limp, what step, 3 ball.
You see, I walk like a ball player.
Timeout for the Rams, who have seen an 11-point lead in that third quarter evaporate.
Just on the rare occasion they got outworked, and on that O board, I guess they call that a spray now. You get a 14-second shot clock, and often you're spraying it out to the perimeter looking for your shooters, and Asbury was right there again. By the letter of the law, not necessarily a great shot, semi-contested, but just great shot making and individual abilities from the Southland Sharks this evening.
Been a great effort so far from this young Rams crew. They're up against a team that refuses to go away in 2026. I was calling that game and told on it last week, Lindsay, the overtime game against the 5 between the Sharks. The Sharks were dead on their feet.
Okay.
Third game in just a few days, but they stuck in there against a talented fight team with a lot of veterans.
Well coached.
Tarangi's well coached, Matt Lacey, and they just got the win somehow. They just went and got the win.
Similar vibes this evening.
Yeah.
A tough, gritty group. They're basketball players, professional basketball players. Just hanging around. That was probably the first position. It felt like they outworked the Rams, though. You know, the younger outfit, Tobias Cameron, just getting on those boards, throwing his weight around, getting that spray out for that 3 for Asbury.
It's just their 4th second chance point. Compared to 12 from the Rams. Been leading that rebounding count all game. Jack Andrew on the bench, 8:20 to go. Walter Brown looking inbounds. Wide open, Ihaka Kate.
Man, everybody missed it.
The Rams take the lead.
That will be the easiest basket he gets this season, young Ihaka.
Sometimes you really feel the pressure on those ones though, because you're like, why am I this open? Who's coming behind me here?
Late switch here, Walter Brown, that's tough.
Off the front iron though, rebounded by Kate.
You can hear Quinn Clinton telling them to push the pace here. Great flash from Ihaka.
Takes a step, leaves it short.
He's
Claim
almost
it
too
as a
open
pass.
there.
Ripped away by Boone. Inga to his left, Jones to his right. Brown ahead of him, spins, drops it off to Inga. Jones.
Great D.
Jake Holmes doing a
Slide
great
his
job.
feet great for a big win. Oh, no by there though.
Not so good on the second chance, and there's Tobias Cameron after a nice drop off from Jones.
Stay on this 2-3 here, and they're icing that action there with Walter, trying not to let him use that on ball to the middle. And Withers with a big hit.
Look at the lead change pretty much every possession so far in the fourth. 7 minutes to go.
Rams are matching up and they're going under Ryland Jones. Late switch there. You can see Walter Brown literally pushing his teammate out. Great scramble from Walter there.
He's going to have to go again as Jones
Another one.
drives. Boone for three. Kate with another board.
Great contest from Holmes. Love his energy and length on defense. Great rim run from Rougeau.
They don't find him.
Got the guard down low. He's got 4 fouls. Great find.
Kate as well, just hanging
Oh, why you
around
not done
wide
there?
open spaces. Ihaka Kate.
You're right. Like, damn, I'm open in here. Take the 2
Just
and get back
moving.
down there. Stretch this out to 4, though. Damn.
And this Sharks team,
I'm saying you them and then ones like broken play, you know what I mean? No execution. Blicky, just 3. They ice that. Oh, Lord, that's a...
Kate Asbury getting into it. Offensive foul to call. Now, he is a salesman, Caleb Asbury, don't
Okay.
get me wrong. But I'd love to see that replay if there is one.
It did look like there was a little bit of enough upper body action that I'd be falling over as well.
Here's the three.
A little bit of fatigue. That's just tough right there.
Walter Brown
Yeah.
summing it up. Asbury and Brown just discussing the foul.
All right, little corridor. Let's keep it pushing. It's Brunson time. 1 foul to give for the Rams before they're in the bonus. Sharks yet to foul in this quarter. Living a lot in that 2-3 zone. They cannot keep leaving this guy's body. He's one of the best shooters in the competition. And he's coming off these on-balls wide open right now.
Ihaka Kate's night's over. That was his 5th foul, that offensive one.
Great flash. They're leaving that nail wide open.
Tobias Cameron.
Good push.
Jones go right at Rougeau. And that's his 5th foul. So Quinn Clinton loses 2 players in as many seconds, and he gets teed up.
That is a tough one. By the letter of the law, Hugh, I know that probably is a technical foul, but if you are to take into account, you know, the previous play, somebody fouling out, that foul there probably being a 50-50 call. Yes, he's going to be a little bit frustrated and maybe drop the ball, you know what I mean? But he wasn't swearing, nobody got hurt. Do we really need to call a technical at that stage of the game?
Was it a technical on Rougeau, or was it on
I
Quinn?
think it was on Rougeau. I assume they called it pretty quick.
Wasn't sure if maybe
Either way,
it was-
what I'm trying to say is, like, if you're watching an
an emotional
NBA
moment,
game, you're
100%.
not going to call a tick at that stage of the game. It's the business side of it.
Caleb Asbury's got this little smirk on his face as he
You right here, good salesman.
stands at the Chemist Warehouse stripe and leaves it well
Because all the
short.
best players are, you know, the game within the game. Whole part of it is selling that somebody's fouling you. I never really understood that when people would, like, you know what I mean? Act like, yeah, I'm trying to make like somebody's fouling me.
100%. Technical free throw missed. Jones makes the first from his 2 free throws for the foul, and he makes the second 2. And the Sharks now with a 4-point lead as we approach the midway point of this 4th quarter. A thrilling encounter between these 2 teams. Brett Clive pauses the game for a sub. Miller Newton will come over at inbound. (87-83). Brown. Jack Andrew back in the game. But Rylan Jones comes up with the steal from the Jake Holmes pass. Oh, slips, loses his footing. Asbury there to clean it up.
Oh, he wide open.
Cameron wide open in the corner. Jones says no, blocked by Andrew.
Short clock. Burdenshaw.
Steps out of bounds.
Little broken play there, Hugh. And really, these fouls really starting to stack up for the Rams. They got 21 fouls on the board right now. 2 players already fouled out with 5 each, so just something to be wary of. Only 11 for the Sharks. Rams already in the bonus for the next 5 minutes as well, so something they're going to have to deal with down the stretch.
Five minutes to go. Holmes driving at Inga, leaves it short. But Inga comes down with it. Boone likes that matchup, drives, finishes.
With great spacing there and pace from the Sharks. So much room for him on that center to penetrate, easy lay. See the zones causing them issues again. Swung back in the favor of the Sharks. Love that from Tobias Cameron, running over there and grabbing his teammate. Next play mentality. See this here, great spacing, empty corner. You see that Nails wide open, beautiful taking the left. Jack Andrew with a bit of foul trouble. He knows he can't be aggressive down there. Smart heads up play from Boone.
Who is now on 30 points and 9 rebounds.
Damn, he crept up to 30 like that?
4.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, most of them are just being off kind of broken play, one pass plays, heck of a shot maker, and 9 boards. And Asbury just put points on the board. Again, pretty outstanding effort from their starters. If you're talking about Jones with 20, Asbury with 15, Tobias with 14, Keelan with 30. Jack Andrews been on that 20 mark for a while now, having to deal with this foul trouble.
He's enjoying himself.
Yeah, anytime you put 30 on the board, things feel great. And you're winning at home.
Ray Clive just calming things down on the sideline as the two coaches get into it with each other. Bill smiles at the end of it. Reluctant smile from Queen Clinton. It's there, it's there. Talk about one of the great young coaches in our sport at the moment. Brown makes that one and the subs are allowed to come on. Push the pace straight away from the inbound.
Boone will get to check in at the next dead ball. Held out on that one. A little zone action here from the Rams. Slightly different look.
Jones with young Miller Newton of him. Shimmy's one, shimmy's the other.
That's where he's been great, just getting over the free throw line.
Brown with rebound number 6. He's got a double-double with points and assists. Just extended minutes for this young crew. Jake Holmes, Miller Newton. Brown step back mid-range and drains it. How about that, Walter Brown?
That 15 and 10 for Walter, along with 6 rebounds, on track for a triple-double, stepping up in point guard duties on the road. Walter Brown.
And he makes it a 2-point game.
They'll stay in this zone here, the Rams down the stretch.
Asbury wide open in the corner, screaming for it. Jones steps to his left, drains another one. Ryland Jones.
You might not have noticed, but they jumped on the perimeter contest there, Hugh, and gave up a 3 to one of the best shooters in South Island right now. Stay down, fellas.
Brown, Andrew coming to set the screen. Sharks doing a good job of keeping him relatively quiet in this second half. Big box out and rebound from Tobias Cameron.
Asbury will just take the air out of the ball here. Time and score scenario for the Sharks. Up 5. You can tell he's feeling good with that, the way he's patting the ball right now. Pass.
Slings over the Ledger, drops it off, sets the screen. Cameron skips into a 3.
Great rebound, Will Ledger. Great hustle, Inga.
They keep it alive.
Those are winning plays right there. Will Ledger won't even get a stat for that, but those are the type of plays that win basketball games. Another one.
Asbury doesn't
Another
sell that
one,
one.
Hugh.
Ledger with another offensive
Play for me,
board.
young fella. Great effort off the bench. He's been sitting down most of the game too, Hugh. He ain't crying over no spilt milk. Just coming out here and doing his job. Outstanding 30 seconds there from Will Ledger. Real winning basketball plays. Ryland Jones getting his basketball legs under him. He looked good this evening considering he's been out with a groin injury. Real solid. And again, this is probably the most pop I've seen him with this season. Just his penetration across the nail, trusting his teammates. Been great this evening. He said, man,
He
doing, you know that trick too, Hugh.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to shoot your free throws for you, bro? See, you know what? I'm good.
With a mischievous Keelan Boone. Jones gets the first one to drop. 24 points for him now. 6 assists, 4 boards. Make it 25.
3-position game here for the Rams. They're in the bonus as well. No fouls to give. Sharks have got 3 fouls to give before it. They're in the bonus if they need to use any down the stretch here.
Jerry Lewis ringing out around the Shark team.
Great balls of fire, huh? We need a half beat more pace here, the Rams. Oh, that nail's wide open. Corner's wide open.
Holmes, that big stride of his, and he earns the foul.
See the Rams there thought that he traveled, but just got caught with hands in. And loved Holmes. Loved the energy that he's brought. Hugh, you're right. You know, was kind of finding himself early on, but you can't fault his effort, his energy. Some real good basketball plays. Obviously an athlete as well. Great length on the wing. They've got him out there switching, sitting down, guarding guards and wings. Fun young man to watch compete.
Ryland Jones comes down with an important rebound. They lead by 5. 2 minutes to go in this one.
Free throw is so important, you know. A 4-point game and a 5-point game at this stage seems so different. Just finishing our breakfast at the line.
And they've missed 8 of them. Have the Rams.
Great screen by us.
Oh, big offensive rebound.
Killing them on the O boards late here in this 4th. Just quicker to the ball, getting outworked for the first time, the Rams.
Asbury moving pretty good now. Puts up a 3. Jake Holmes scrambles over to get that one.
Oh, Walter Brown looked like he might have a cramp going on here on the left side of the court.
Oh, it's just a cramp. He's like, help me out here, Brad.
He really did tell him. He said, yo. Someone need to get that man some pickle juice.
It's in his 33rd minute of this game. Walter Brown. There's the pickle juice.
Is cramping more common now, Hugh? I mean, the way the game's evolving, obviously guys playing harder, the athleticism has increased, the skill levels increased. I just feel like we see cramping way more than we used to. I remember sitting next to Benny Anthony Sr. and the bucket of the chair was filled up with sweat, and he still wasn't cramping.
I think it's something to do with maybe the athletes being more finely tuned these days.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was trying to get to. Yeah. we were less finely tuned? Is that what you're
that's
trying
what I was trying to delicately.
So the least finely tuned
say.
you are, the less you cramp, guys. Take notes, all right?
Get more salt in your diet, and you're not going to cramp less.
You guys haven't got enough salt in your diet. That's what it is. Okay, got you.
You guys swinging through the drive-through on your way back from a game.
The way to the game.
5-point game here.
Great cut from Holmes.
Holmes making an impact late in this one.
Great finish. Cut this to a single possession game just like that. They've got to be smart here. The Rams are in the bonus though. Don't want to give up a cheap one.
And there are some young New Zealanders playing some high-level basketball out there on this court at the moment.
Newton getting big minutes here down the fourth.
Cameron trying to sell that, gets a flop on,
Three
ball, boom, down it goes!
See that going in from the time it left his hand. He started running back before it hit the bottom.
33 points and a 6-point lead.
Playing with a world of confidence right now, boom. That might be the nail in the coffin, Hugh, for that one.
Then they go to Jack Andrew, spinning one way, spinning the other, finishing nicely. Big Jack.
Back to that right hand.
Oh, Jallo. Oh, cool for the foul.
Not a bad foul. Kind of played for the steal, but got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Stopped the clock quick. This man's been outstanding again. Just his individual shot-making ability to make something out of nothing. Then he's found his confidence through that, and he's been lights out. 30 and 10. He said, I'll give you 1 assist, guys, today, because I'm busy over here.
33 now and 10, 9 for 16 from the floor, make it 34.
And again, what a luxury to be.
He's 11 from 12 from the line.
I'm saying, there you go, Hugh. That's how the good ones stack up points with nobody defending you. 12 for 13, just like that. Game time.
Rams.
Though 33 seconds, 2-possession game, still an eternity here. I'd say they'll advance the ball, get a quick look at the perimeter, something at the ring and the perimeter as well. Then you're playing the foul game, trying to play for steals, but play the foul game as well. Walter Brown must have a pretty bad cramp over here. Doesn't even look like he's coming in for the last 33 seconds, and he's been outstanding this evening as well, slotting in for Taylor Britt while he's away on TB's duty.
Walter Brown, he's looked like his night might be done. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. Sneaky block in there as well.
You're not bad when you slot in as a backup PG and you almost give them a triple-double on the road against the second best team in the league.
And he'll have Tall Blacks aspirations. You know, he would have been disappointed to miss out. So sending a message as well.
Definitely in the mix for that moving forward.
Jack Holmes has got some long legs.
Long limbs, you're right.
Let's see.
You're right.
Clinton
You got like, normally it's your wingspan, huh?
Yeah. Into Andrew. Back to Withers. 3-ball. Oh, big rebound, Jake Holmes. And he puts it in.
Like that. 1-possession game, 20 seconds left. Oh, man.
A lot of pressure.
What?
Oh, foul the call. So looking to add to the 4-point lead.
Man, they were lucky there, the Sharks. I thought they were half-beat rushed on that inbound, and Ryland Jones went to exactly where you're not supposed to go as a point guard. The corner of the court got a trap, and they got caught for a little reach in there, but that easily could have turned into something positive for the Rams.
Gallo, the third Rams player to foul out in this game.
Man, he must have fouled out in pretty limited minutes as well. Love his defensive intensity, though.
14 minutes.
Tough chasing this young man around, Ryland Jones.
5-point game. I think we'll see the BNZ player timeout from the Rams on a make or a miss.
Sharks have still got 2 fouls up their sleeves to give if they don't even want to let the Rams get a shot up here.
Here it is, BNZ player timeout. What's the play here, LT? 6 points down, 18 seconds to go.
I mean, if I'm the Rams, I'm running something to try and get something easy at the ring quick, or spray up for our 3-point shooters, and we're jamming hard. Then again, we're playing for steals defensively, and if we don't get it, we're committing a foul. We've probably got at least 2 more opportunities at that. If we're the Sharks, I'm not even letting them get a shot up. We're using these 2 fouls, killing time, killing clock. We'll win the game that way. Foul here.
What about Brody Cooper
Foul.
in the game? Jake Holmes, deep 3. Inga with the board. And there's the foul from Milton Newton. I mean, you're down 20 seconds to go, and given the players out and the foul trouble they've had Quinton's had to put Brody Cooper out there for his first minutes. Last 20 seconds.
Cannot fault the effort. I even love the game plan that they had as well. You know what I mean? Really put up a great fight this evening. Both teams severely undermanned. I think if you had to say from an X's and O's standpoint, if there's anything that changed the game, it was probably the Sharks zone. Once they went to that early in the second quarter, kind of shifted everything, and they managed to get some stops. Southland's offense has been really some individual brilliance this evening.
That's it, right? I think it's just been a couple of big moments from Jones, Boone, Asbury.
As well as generating offense off defensive stops, which has been that zone. But yeah, Boone, you know, his shot making, Asbury's energy and creating, and then Ryland Jones just solid all over the court.
27 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. As Willis puts it up and makes it to help with the points difference, but it won't change the result. The Southland Sharks get it done again. They refuse to go away. And they win 103-98 over the Canterbury Rams.
And always a tough out down in the Shark tank, and it's a big win for them considering where both teams are on the table.
Led by a monster night from Keelan Boone, who is our MVP. .35 points, 10 rebounds, and an assist.
Oh man, and when him and Asbury get going, and they obviously spent a lot of time around each other last year, and you slot in Ryland Jones with them, but when those two get going, you can tell that their feel and the way they play together is pretty special, and they're going to be a tough out this year, the Sharks.
He'll be a pretty happy man tonight, will Keelan Boone. They've got some sort of presentation down on the court. Tobias Cameron talking as we see the Chemist Warehouse stats. Keelan Boone 35 points, Ryland Jones 27. Jack Andrew, early damage done for the Rams, but LT, I feel the Sharks did a good job just slowing that game plan down in the second half.
Yeah, they really did, and again I think it started with that zone. And you look at the scoring there, their starters were outstanding. Shout out to Mr. Newton from the Rams, double digits as well with 12. Then on the boards, outstanding.
Jake Holmes chipped in nicely as well for the Rams.
See, Walter Brown, Hugh was great for them this evening. Double-double, close to a triple-double, slotting in for his running mate in the backcourt, who's out on national team honors. You see the big fellas getting involved with the rim protection, shot blocking. Jack Andrew, also outstanding for the Rams, coming up short, unfortunately. Ryland Jones, 5 steals to go with that as well. Again, sound like a broken record, but that was the most pop I've seen him have in his step. He looked really good, like he had fresh legs today, coming back off that injury. So great signs for the Sharks and Ryland Jones.
John Yem showing the energy of a very happy coach. Upcoming games in the NZNBL tomorrow night, 6 o'clock from the Bay. Hawke's Bay taking on Taranaki. And the Rams head home and looking to get back in the winning column against the Manawatu Jets. That one in Otatahi. The Whai from Tauranga Saturday afternoon against the Tuatara, who would have taken note of what the Sharks did tonight. And then the Nuggets from Dunedin taking on the Wellington Saints Saturday evening. A lot of good basketball still to come. A lot of ladder implications still to be sorted out in the Souths NBL. But it's Canterbury, Keelan Boone, Ryland Jones and the Southland Sharks who get another win under their belt without Sam Timmins. And send a warning shot across the rest of the competition with a 103-98 win over the Canterbury Rams. From myself, Hugh Baden, and Lindsay Tate, and all of us at Sky Sport. Thanks for joining us.